And hello, everyone. Everyone say a nice big hello.
Hello.
Okay, so I can be heard, you guys can be heard, so that must mean it is Friday night and it is time for the revenge of the werewolf. And audience, on your screen at the moment, if I direct your eyes down to the bottom, you will see that it says, audience, give us your thoughts on the notice board. Feel free throughout the show to give us lots of thoughts, lots of comments, and all of your suspicions and questions to the villagers who we will meet presently as we try to hunt down who is the wolf among us. So, in a moment, we are going to meet our cast of villagers, but this is the social deduction game where it's going to turn out that one of the performers you see on screen is secretly a werewolf. At the moment, they themselves do not even know who is the werewolf, as it will be decided with a roll of this dice. Once they find out who is the werewolf, they will choose some victims, and then everyone else will have to use social deduction, watching each other's body language, listening to the tone of each other's voices, listening to the answers they give, watching for who doesn't want to speak up too much, and any other criteria they can to track down who is the werewolf. So, with this, let's meet our cast of villagers, starting with Cookie. Say hello to the people.
Hi, everybody. Hi. My name's Cookie. I'm a waitress here at the diner. This is the first time I've sat down in I don't know how long. I'd say I'm excited to be here, but I'm a little too exhausted for that.
Okay, next up we're going to meet Normanda Glace. Say hello to the people.
Hello, I'm Normanda Glace. I'm an ex-backing singer, don't you know? I have sung for many of the greats, and it's an absolute pleasure to be here with all these wonderful people.
Fantastic. Next we're going to meet Peg Owens of Peggy's Pets. Say hello, Peg.
Hi, everybody. So, I own Peggy's Pets, and I'm just happy to be here. I'm a failed beauty pageant person, and I guess the way I'm going to change the world is making sure everybody has a puppy.
Fantastic. Now, if we can hear a word or two, Shy Danny, will you say hello to the people?
Hello, hi. I'm Shy Danny. I'm here because I want to be. Well, I live here. That's why, and I like to make macrame. Although I'm not going to show you my work because I don't want to be criticized. Is that enough?
That's plenty. Don't worry. Miss Joy Sparkletoes, say hello to the people.
Everybody, hello. Oh, goodness, it's so great to see you all here. Well, you know, I do work for Mr. Claus and all that, and I thought I'd come here and I'd make sure I spread the Christmas spirit and the joy with everyone here in the village. So I'm here just visiting, but making sure that everyone's been good and everyone's ready to receive their presents.
Fantastic. Reverend Morgan Roberts, please say hello to the people.
Welcome, sheep, to the house of God. Everyone is welcome here. You're all welcome anytime. My door is always open to hear anything you have to tell me.
Well, thank you, Reverend. I'm sure a lot of people will have things they wish to discuss.
Sure.
B, please say hello to the people.
Yeah, Big Hardy.
Yeah.
Parents were alcoholics, yeah. Both dead now. They both got hit by a truck. Alcoholic driver. I work in a bar, basically, to stop myself from drinking. And I just watch all the villagers' lives go by. Bloody entertaining it is.
Oh, yep, 1 second. I accidentally clicked full screen there, so we got a super close-up. But next up, Sally, say hello to the people.
Well, hello, y'all. My name is Sally Mae Monet. It's lovely to meet you. All this fancy technology stuff is so confusing. My grandchildren are trying to teach me how to talk on it. So, hello.
Hello. And lastly but not leastly, Moth Mandy, say hello.
Hi, everybody. What's up? My name's Moth Mandy. I am on vacation here from the beautiful state of West Virginia, and let me just tell you, everyone in this town is just so friendly and so sweet. I cannot stand it.
Brilliant. So, we will see how friendly everyone remains, though, because I can now see from looking out the window that it is reaching the night phase. And in a moment, with a roll of this dice, I will decide who is the werewolf among us. So, if everyone could please switch off their camera view, I will roll the dice, and then I will message just the one person who is the werewolf. And, okay, I've got this person, and let's tell them that they are the werewolf. So, if you get a message, performers, villagers rather, do not reveal out loud if you are the wolf, but you will get a message now saying you are the wolf. If you can acknowledge back to me that you have received this message, please then let me know who it is that you would like to take out as your first victim. Other villagers, during this night phase, I would like to remind you that you have one protection spell throughout the course of this show, which is assigned to you at this beginning. If you would like to protect yourself, if you feel that the werewolf is likely to pick you as their first victim, then write directly to me in the Zoom chat, protect me. If you would like to steal someone else's protection spell, you can also do that and just write whose you would like to steal. However, with that there is the risk that you will be caught and then you will be known as a thief. So, with this, let's have a look. Okay, interesting. So, with that, and with that, I'm going to say, watch out everyone, there is a wolf about. Okay, and everyone, wakey wakey, rise and shine. Please come back. Please come back. I can say that we were quite worried because there may have been a werewolf in this village around these parts. But having checked around as I do every morning, I can see that everyone is still alive. So perhaps this generation will not be cursed with the curse of the werewolf, as has happened so many times before, or perhaps the werewolf is just gearing up ready to take someone's life. So I did see some scratches as if someone had been up to some business during the night. So I think the safest thing for us to do at this stage is to execute someone who we suspect of being a werewolf. But we're going to have to work... Well, otherwise... Look, I don't want to get killed during the night. I don't know about any of you. So if we're going to avoid getting killed during the night, we need to take out this cursed werewolf now. Otherwise, we're not going to get very far in this situation. So we are going to learn a little something about each of... Well, we're going to learn something about everyone here, because there is some dark magic, I can tell. With a roll of the dice, I can say that Cookie, unfortunately, you have had a curse placed on you during the night. And for the remainder of this day, you are going to have to communicate only in questions. Everything you say has to be a question. If you say anything that isn't a question and you attempt to break this curse, you will be cursed with silence for the remainder of the day. So, with this, let's try and hunt down, because I'm pretty damn sure there is a werewolf here, who we think the werewolf may be, and why perhaps they didn't kill anyone last night. So, Moth, do you have a question for anyone? If so, who is it?
You can call me Mandy. That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine. I just want to say, this village has so many activities. I'm so excited. I guess I would be Sally Mae. Sally Mae, from where do you hail? You sound familiar, accent-wise.
Well, y'all, my family was born in Georgia, and we have since moved to this lovely village. I'm just living by myself now. All the children are grown, and the grandchildren visit.
Okay. B, do you have a question for someone?
I might as well ask my sister Cookie, because our parents were obese as well as drunk. Cookie, what you making me for tea tonight?
Do I look like I have the energy to make anybody anything tonight?
You look pretty. You look pretty today.
Okay. Peggy, do you have a question for someone?
I suppose I do have a question for Miss Joy Sparkles.
That's me. Hello.
So, Miss Joy, what are you doing down here from the North Pole?
Well, it's quite a funny story, really. Well, Santa, the big guy, he was like, well, Joy, you need to go to this most important village of all, this particular village. And I was like, oh, this particular village, what a great name. And it was like, yes, you must go there and must spread the joy. And I was like, that's my name. And basically, I'm on like a remote working from home, because apparently we can't social distance at the North Pole.
Okay.
Well, welcome to particular village. We welcome you.
Of course. Danny, do you have a question for someone?
Thank you so much for asking me. So, Moth Mandy, my best friend's the butterfly. This is Norang Butterfly, and this is Hidden Butterfly. They want to know why, when they were going to go around and have some beautiful, wonderful, yummy flowers, you didn't want to join them last night.
Well, I was out, getting my kicks around. Well, there's like an alley out back of the diner. Did you know how many rats are back there? It's fascinating.
Oh, what are you saying? Oh, they said to me that you grew some hair last night, maybe?
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm a preternatural being, so like I'm part. This is anthropomorphism. This is fine. This scans.
Okay, I will remind our audience, if you have any questions, do feel free to ask our villagers anything you want. I'll try to ask them along the way. And we've got a couple of questions already. Jimmy Mack asks, Reverend, are you Team Priory of Scion or Team Opus Dei? I don't understand the question, to be honest.
I don't feel like I want to answer questions about Opus Dei on an open forum. That's something for,
fair
that's
enough.
something for the conspiracy theorists.
Right, fair enough. Michael asks, Mandy, you have big ears. Are you the wolf?
Oh, these aren't ears. These are antennae.
Oh, they're antennae, Michael.
They're antennae.
If that clarifies things anymore. Okay, so Cookie, do you have a question for someone?
Do I have a question? Sally Mae, is that sweet tea in your thing?
Well, part of it's sweet, yes.
Okay, Miss Joyce Sparkletoes, do you have a question for someone?
Oh, I do. Can I ask? No, I got caught out by that last time. The Reverend Morgan Roberts.
Hello.
I remember from my mistakes. I have a question. What is it that you want for Christmas?
Oh, that's lovely. No one's actually asked me that this whole time. It's all, what time is the service? And what are you doing for midnight mass? And what hymns are we going to sing? No one's ever bothered to actually ask me that. I think what I would love is a new pair of socks, but specifically inscribed with John 2:17.
2:17.
Bible verse.
Okay. Normanda Glace, do you have a question for someone?
Oh, at last. Yes, I have a question for Peg from Peggy's Pets. You must have a lot of stock of different animal food, the ideal conditions. Did you see anything strange around your storage areas yesterday?
Well, I don't believe I did. I do have some people that are supposed to help me with feeding the animals, but they've not been coming in because I'm kind of catching the COVID. But I didn't notice that anything weird was going on with my pet food. But I can say that it is grain-free. So if anybody wants to get some for their little pets and everything, we also have a natural one where you can add a little bit of water and it'll turn into a gravy. It's amazing.
Okay. Sally Mae, do you have a question, please?
Yes, I would like to ask Normanda a question.
Did I see you coming in late last night with a gentleman caller?
Oh, yes, that was Frank. We're doing session work together. As you know, I'm an ex-musician who's gone on tour with many of the greats. Frank is just composing some acoustic versions of the hits of Metallica with me. That's why we were late in.
Interesting. And Reverend, do you have a question for someone?
Oh, yes, I did have a small question for our moth sister over there, Mandy. I was wondering, you were hanging around in the alley with the rats last night, and you told me that you couldn't come to Evensong because you were busy.
Well, yeah, I was
What's that
busy
all
with the
about?
rats.
Well, it doesn't sound like the Lord's work to me.
Oh, no, I'm not about that. I'm not about the Lord's work. You must be mistaken.
Okay, so we have a few more questions here. King Jester says, feeding the animals, more like feeding the animals to the wolf. Do you have any response there? I believe that was Peggy feeding the animals.
Well, I have to say that I am absolutely disturbed. I don't even eat animals myself, so why would I feed my pets to other animals?
Okay.
I'm going to put you on the do not give animals to list.
Okay.
Naughty list. I've got it.
Peter asks Sally, what year is it?
Well, I believe it's 1945.
I believe you believe that. Jimmy Mack also says, oh dear, Reverend, spoken like a true Opus Dei. Oh, and it's from the Da Vinci Code. I didn't know. Well, there we go. So, there's no Laura here, but I believe I might ask Bicardi. Are you a mutant zombie? Asks SWAT Deeds on YouTube.
No, it's a 24-hour bar and no one else works the shift. So this is unfortunately what bags look like.
Okay. So, at this point, I am going to put 1 minute on the clock. I don't think we've got very far in working out who the werewolf may be, but we're going to have to take some action because I don't want me or anyone else innocent to get slaughtered by a wolf tonight. 1 minute on the clock, discuss amongst yourself, try to figure out who is the werewolf. The clues are there. Go.
My friend the rat told me that, yes, they were playing with Moth last night, so Moth was with the rats last night. Moth is innocent.
Hey, what's up, Jerry? You little
Now,
rascal.
this doesn't have anything to do with the whole werewolf situation, but Shy, the fact that you can talk to animals, I think you need to work at my pet shop.
I would love to. I would just like to spend time with the animals, if that's okay.
Yeah, that is completely okay with me.
So Shy. So you're very fond of animals. You have an affinity with the animals, Shy, you would say.
They're my friends.
Shy,
Better than humans?
Humans, I get scared of them. I do like humans, though. I like Miss Joy. She seems kind.
Shy, I also have a question. Do you want to try some of my dog food kibble and see if it sparks your fancy?
I don't eat meat.
Try the one with the gravy.
Oh? Moth?
Here's a sample. Right there.
And I want to just point out, apart from some scratches on a door, there has actually been no evidence of a wolf. So I'm wondering whether, well, our town crier is just making all this up. And in fact, we should murder him instead.
Okay, at this point, I am going to come back. I am going to come back at that point. What I will say, sorry I gave you slightly longer there. I just had a comment come through that the Facebook comments weren't showing up. So I just wrote woof into the comments on Facebook and it seems to come up. Audience, if you're trying to give us questions and comments on Facebook, I will check there, but do try again. If not, head over to youtube.com/Extreme Improv because, as I always say, the one thing we can be sure of is there will be technical issues. So, we're going to have one final interaction before we go on to a vote. And just for the record, guys, you can't vote for me. So, this is going to be an interaction between Miss Joy in fact, who wanted to have me killed. And
It's a suggestion.
Yeah, a suggestion. So, B. Cardi and Miss Joy, you will have a 1-minute interaction. Now, if everyone else can take out their camera view, this will be the last opportunity before we go to the vote to try to figure out who we think is the werewolf. Begin.
Hello, Picardy. How are you?
I'm all right. What have you been drinking? Because your cheeks look pretty rosy.
Oh no, that's just my complexion. I've actually just been drinking the cranberry juice because I can't work whilst I'm on the job for the big guy. You know.
Are you sure? Like, he's not working for another, 21 days? Well, I'm pretty sure.
So this is the thing, right? All those elves have to work, the rest of the year, and he works for that one night. But that means his work goes really, really smoothly. And, it's great to be a part of a bigger thing.
Sorry, but you're working for the man, 364 days a year, and then he just works for one and takes all the credit.
Yeah, no, well, now, you're making fun of it. No, he's really good to us. He's he pays us, with candy canes, and we get holiday, we get that one day off, and...
What, the one day that you decided to come to our village? That's not really a holiday, is it?
Well, I'm technically working remotely. I've got to make sure that everyone's on the good list and not on the bad. It's very, very important. He said, Joy, this is the perfect job for you, and it will stop, all this talk about unionisation and everything, but it's totally fine.
Okay, that is the end of this period of interaction. Everyone come back. It is now going to be voting time. Audience, I've got psychic ability, and I'm pretty sure there is a werewolf here. Look at the faces of the people on the screen.
Keep saying it. No
there
evidence.
may not be actual evidence, but my gut tells me that there is a werewolf here. So we are going to have a vote. Audience, put now into the comment section who you think is the werewolf, and we will tally these up along with our votes here. So to begin with, B, who do you think is the werewolf?
Well, I'm a little bit suspect of all our visitors to the village, to be fair, but Peggy was a bit too eager to feed some of her chum to some people, so I'm going to go for Peg.
Okay, fair enough. Miss Joy Sparkletoes, who do you think is the werewolf here?
Oh, well, I think everyone here is on the nice list and not on the naughty list, but I guess, well, I mean, Miss Glace, she was out very late, and that is definitely, suspicious at best. So even if it is for recording business, I think it's Miss Glace, if anything. But there's no evidence that there is a wolf here.
No, this is true. There is no current evidence of a werewolf at all. Peggy, who do you think is the werewolf?
Well, honestly, I'm a bit offended of Bicardi, suspecting me, but she also is working in a bar, so I can't put that against her. I am going to vote, however, against Miss Joy Sparkletoes, because as a holiday elf, she was quick to suggest murder of our town psychic.
Well, that is true. Normanda.
She didn't foresee it, though.
I didn't foresee it. Normanda, who do you think is the werewolf?
Well, I mean, Miss Joy, obviously, as a visitor to this place, immediately accusing me, when everybody knows I stay out late up drinking at the whiskey bar. I'm a little bit offended about that. However, Shy Danny doesn't like humans. So I have to say, maybe she's got a grudge, and maybe she might have this affinity with animals. So I'm going to vote for her.
Sally May, from under your hat, do you have a vote?
I'm sorry, I must have dozed off. You want to know? I think it was that woman who was out all night having a session, Normanda.
Oh, okay. So Normanda. Yep, okay, fantastic. Who do you then think Mothmandy?
I was eating up quick here. I just want to say that in the brochure, I was promised that there would be a werewolf in this village. So I am holding out hope that those scratches mean something. So maybe, oh God, I don't know. Shy Danny, you're strange. In like a good way. I like you, but if you were a werewolf, we could hang out. Shy Danny.
Okay, Cookie, who do you think is the werewolf here?
How hard is this? I mean, who do I pick? Do you think this will affect my tips?
I'm not sure.
Can I pick Normanda?
You can, yes. Shy Danny, who do you think is the werewolf?
Normanda.
Okay, Normanda. It's looking quite conclusive now. And Reverend, please give us some guidance.
I find this quite difficult because it feels like casting the first stone without any real evidence, and as you know, that's against our Lord's word. But I don't approve of strong drink, and therefore it pains me to say Normanda.
Okay.
But I feel like she's the least godly of us all.
So, with that, thank you, Reverend. Let's go over to the comments section, and we've got lots of votes coming through. And so help me keep track of these, please, villagers. We have Cookie, B, Cookie, Sally, Mandy, B, Cookie, Miss Glace, Cookie, Danny. Vote for Miss Joy for the crime of trying to kill our beloved David. I don't know who this David person is, but he sounds awesome. The Rev says Princess Diva. Cookie says Sophie J. Normanda. I feel like a werewolf would be able to talk to animals, so Shy Danny really sus right now, says King Jester. So with that, who got the most votes? Okay, so Cookie, you have 1 vote against you there, but that is not enough. That just tells us what our audience are currently thinking. They are leaning towards Cookie, but the most votes overall, Normanda. Our villagers think you are the most suspect of being the werewolf. So even though this may be a preemptive strike, I think it is necessary in these times so that we don't go down to a werewolf attack ourselves. So with that, you have been marked for death. I will now ask one of the other villagers to volunteer to execute Normanda. For taking this burden, you will have the opportunity to earn yourself a bonus protection spell, though. So there is risk and reward. Shy Danny, not so shy. First one going in for the kill here. Everyone else, please, this will be a private execution behind closed doors. So there will now, just to explain it to our villagers here, there will now be 30 seconds on the clock. During this time, Normanda, if you have a protection spell still available to you, you must call out "protect me" out loud, and if you have one available, you will be able to protect yourself. You also have the option to call to grab an axe, and if you do that, you will have a 1 in 8 chance with a roll of the dice in that you will be able to turn the axe back on Shy Danny and save yourself. However, Shy Danny, you will have a 50-50 chance of getting a bonus protection spell now. So please tell me, odds or evens?
Even.
And
Protect me! Do I say it now? I don't know.
No, not yet, not yet. We know what you're going to do now, but let's at least add a little bit of dramatic tension in this 30-second murder. It is, in fact, a number 8, so Shy Danny, you have earned a bonus protection spell. So, with this, there will now be 30 seconds. Normanda, you can call to protect yourself if you are truthfully not the werewolf and think you deserve to live. Otherwise, use this time to say what you will to Danny and make peace with your lord. 30 seconds, begin.
Danny, I don't really believe it was you, but protect me!
Okay, I protect you.
Oh, you're so sweet.
Okay.
I didn't really mean to.
So with that, you have called to protect yourself. So everyone come on back. Everyone come on back. We have to follow due process, and you were worried that we were going to kill someone without the wolf having killed anyone. Well, no one's dead, everyone. Everything's okay. Let's just hope that all this rumour of a werewolf was just balderdash, and that when we go to our beds tonight, we all come back in the morning. So with this, it is getting quite late and quite dark outside. Go back to your cabins. Leave the doors open. You know, leave the windows wide open. I don't think there is a wolf here. I don't think there is a wolf at all. I think we're quite safe. If everyone takes out their camera view now. At this stage, I will remind our audience to continually give us thoughts. Now, they may have all gone to bed. I do suspect there may still be a wolf out there. So give us thoughts, help pin it down, track it down if you have an idea. But, Werewolf, if you are out there, please use this psychic connection to let me know who you would like to take out. Villagers, if you can hear me, if you would like to protect yourself during the night, then write protect me into the Zoom chat. Also, if you would like to steal someone else's protection spell, do let that be known as well. But watch out, because there is a wolf about. Okay, everyone come on back. Everyone come on back. Wakey, wakey, rise and shine. It is a bright and wonderful day out here. But very quickly, I need to report some bad news. My suspicions from yesterday were, in fact, now proved correct. You may all have scoffed and think I was being hasty, trying to urge you to take out someone. But we have had a death, and by all accounts of the state of the body, it would look like there is a werewolf in our midst. And unfortunately for us, there will be no more joy in this village. For Miss Joy Sparkletoes was killed by a werewolf during the night.
You told me to leave my door open!
Oh wait, I think I can hit, my psychic ability is coming in. And Miss Joy Sparkletoes, we can hear you from beyond the grave. So, would you like to say anything? If you did leave your door open, I apologise. But did you see, perhaps, in your dying moments, who the werewolf was?
Well, no, I was too busy writing who was good and who was not good. The only thing I got, I guess, would have been, there was a smell of, like, I don't know, like, it was definitely like the heat of the breath and, like, the smell of kibble, perhaps? Not sure, though. But I'm still blaming you, Mr. Town Crier, for saying it was all okay, even though you frightened us all into a tizzy, and then I died. So,
Wow.
Typical.
Okay, I do apologise for that. So, with this, though, we are all going to mourn Miss Joy Sparkletoes for the remainder of our days. We've made some terrible mistakes here, but we need to try and now do right by her. We need to try and do everything we can to find who is this werewolf, track them down, and stop them before any more blood is spilled. So with this, we are now going to have a 3-minute period of open discussion. This will be your opportunity to track down who you think is the werewolf. So with this, figure this out.
All I gotta say, y'all, is nobody better ask me to
Wait. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I did sense a curse. Okay, and I can see that Shy Danny, unfortunately, you have been cursed. You have been cursed. Every time you speak for the remainder of this day, Shy Danny, you are going to have to speak in single-syllable words. You're going to have to speak in single-syllable words. If you attempt to break this curse early, you will be cursed with silence. With this, though, there will be a 3 minutes starting on the clock now.
What are we saying?
Nobody better ask me to cater that damn funeral. I have too much stuff to do and I'm way too tired.
Well, I'm quite happy to sing, actually. If I think Joy would have liked a Metallica number. I've got a lovely acoustic one. Nothing else matters. Beautiful. Yes.
It does make me sad because she was so excited about being in our little village.
Yes.
She mentioned kibble, though, so who ate the kibble that Peg was passing around? Was that you, Moss Mandy?
Oh, yeah, I did. It was good. There's not too much sage in the gravy. I just wanted to give you that feedback. It is good.
I do have to say that when I did check my inventory this morning, someone had gone through it. It was a mess, and I am just so livid. Because...
Wow, Shy Danny? Well, like, you just hired her, right? So, like...
Shy Danny. The problem is that the whole place was a mess. And bless your little heart, I don't think you're the best employee I've ever had.
No, sad.
You guys like that music? I'm playing it with my mind.
Beautiful.
It's exactly what I wanted at my funeral.
Oh.
Y'all, the Reverend has been awful quiet. Maybe they're preparing us some words to
I've
mourn
been
Sparkle
quiet
Toes.
reflection. Yes, I've been quietly reflecting on that poor little elf's life. I now know that I will not be getting my socks for Christmas, which I am distraught about.
That was not a human?
Well, no, I don't think so.
Oh.
I've just been trying to find an appropriate Bible passage.
I mean, there is no Bible passage for Santa, to be
No.
fair.
Oh, I looked it up in the index, and it turns out our Lord hasn't said much about it.
No.
He's a
Satan,
secular being.
not Santa.
I think the closest thing was Zacchaeus. He was a little man in the Bible, but I don't think he was in it.
Well, I mean, with a Santa's elf coming to the town, that would threaten some of the Christian elements of the festive season. Reverend Morgan, sorry.
Well,
Werewolves are known to be very religious as well, apparently.
Oh.
it's a very difficult subject, let me tell you that. Because Christmas, as we know, is about the birth of our Lord. But if there is a way to encourage more people into the church at Christmas time, then I'm okay with an elf hanging around the door giving out small gifts to the children.
We can always hand out little bunnies. We have plenty of bunnies over at Peggy's Pets.
No, selling yourself again, Peg. Selling yourself again.
Well, I
Have
only
to
go
run
to
a business.
church. I only go to church on Christmas and Easter since you mentioned bunnies, Peg.
I'm thinking of incorporating some thoughts on late-stage capitalism into the Christmas sermon this year.
You can't spell Christmas without a C, and C as in capitalism.
And see
will be
as
my
in
opening
Christ.
All
Okay,
seas in
and with
crime.
that is the end of that period of open discussion. So, we have a few questions. Hopefully that started to illuminate who the werewolf may be. Hopefully you're paying close attention, along with the audience, to everyone's body language, to everyone's eye movements. What can you tell? Is anyone looking a bit suspicious here? First of all, though, Sally, are you a time traveller? Can you see, I guess, into the future who the killer is?
Well, I cannot see into the future, although I'd like to have a future with you, Wolfie.
Oh, wow. I'm flattered. Reverend Morgan Roberts, King Jester says, Rev Morgan Roberts, if a werewolf has no control over their actions, would they be able to get into heaven?
Now, that's a very difficult question because, as we know, animals don't have souls, therefore cannot enter the kingdom of heaven.
My dog
I
has a
don't
soul.
know.
Right.
Our Lord makes the rules, not I.
Okay. Wow, Peggy, as a pet shop owner, you'd think you'd be against giving animals as holiday gifts. I don't like that. Do you have a response to King Jester?
Of course. I mean, if I don't hand out pets or get them forever homes, then they're just going to take up space in my pet shop, and they'll live here forever, and that'll make it so the other pets can't find homes. So I have to do whatever I can to put a pet in everybody's homes. I'm not a breeder, but I am going to hand them out.
Okay. Let's see, a couple more questions here. Peggy, another one for you from BattleCat20. If you could kill one person, who would it be?
Well, I don't honestly want to kill anybody, but I suppose if I had to pick somebody, I guess anybody who doesn't like pets.
Interesting.
Or, that sort of thing.
Right. Interesting response. Reverend, which is your favourite Bible passage? Asks Kenny.
My favourite, I'm glad you asked, is Corinthians 1:4.
Oh, how does that go?
Yes,
I'll
I'm
look
glad
it up
you
later.
asked.
Don't worry, I'll look it up later.
It's too long, really. We've got things to do.
Like her protection... I don't know what this means. Like her protection spell is gone. Oh, okay, sorry, it's 2 comments. Normanda looks guilty. I think you were right the first time. Kill her now. like her protection spell is gone. Do you have a response to that, Normanda, I guess?
Well, I'm insulted, obviously. I mean, clearly everybody was wrong in the first place, and Shy Danny and I have made up, so I think actually it was just mistaken. Everyone's jealous of my talent, that's all.
Okay. So with this, we audience continue to give us comments, continue to give us thoughts. Oh, hang on, there is more. Miss Joy, now you know how Bugs Bunny felt when he fell victim to the werewolf's first hunt. Curse you, Ewan Wolf. I don't know what any of that means.
Don't know that.
No, but also, you'll find I died on the second night, not the first one, as Bugs Bunny did twice last week. But I don't know what the words. I don't understand them.
I didn't understand.
No, it doesn't matter.
So with this, hang on, there's one more. Oh no, we've read that one. So with this, there will be one final interaction, and this is going to be between, see who is Mothmandy, and it is going to be between the Reverend, Mothmandy and the Reverend. You will have 1 minute interaction between you two, just to try and pin down who you suspect the werewolf is. And here you go.
Hello, welcome, child. Come hither unto the temple of the Lord.
Oh, I have tried that before. I do not get past the threshold of the door. I am an extra dimensional being.
Right. I'll come and stand in the Lich Gate and then we can have a chat.
Thank you. I appreciate
Lovely.
that.
How are you feeling with all of the disruption in the village?
Oh, I love it. My whole deal is chaos. First of all, I just feel like I gotta get that out of the way. That's why I showed up here. This place has had more werewolves per capita per century than any other village on Earth.
It is a problem, I have to say. Yes, there's a reason the church is lined with silver.
How do you pay for that?
Oh, the Lord provides.
Is the Lord friends with like a lot of rich people that live like just outside of town or something?
Oh, you know that, yes.
Okay, and with that, that is the end of this final interaction. We are now once again going to have voting time. Everyone come on back. It is going to be voting time now. I may have been wrong to say to leave your doors open, but my suspicions that there was a wolf about, they weren't incorrect here. So I think we need to, this time, we've got enough evidence. We can pin this down, we can find out who is the wolf, and we can rid the village of the curse. So we're going to go around everyone. Audience, once again, it is voting time. Vote now and save us. Who do you think is the werewolf? And starting us off this time, Sally May, who do you think is the wolf?
Well, I'm so surprised you chose me first, Wolfie. But I believe that it's still my neighbor, Normanda.
Okay, we're still going to Normanda. Normanda, who do you suspect is the wolf?
Well, having thought about it, Sally May, my neighbour, may come across all charming and cute and trying to get in with you, Mr. Wolfie. But I think, what little old ladies get up to at night is unknown to many of us. They can all pretend to have the sweet tea. What do we know what's in there? It could be blood for all we know. So I'm going to vote for Sally May.
Okay, so that's going straight back the way the vote came. Peggy, who do you think is the werewolf?
Honestly, I also think that it's going to be Sally Mae, because she is honestly the only one who never can account for where she is, and she didn't tell us what her sweet tea was cut with. So that's suspicious on its own.
Okay, Shy Danny, do you have a suspicion?
May, sleep, day. May, wolf.
Okay, so that's what?
Voting for Sally Mae.
I thought as
Amazing work.
Okay, B Cardi, who do you think it is?
Well, no one died, not even Normanda. Then she saved herself, and then someone died, so I'm going to go with Normanda.
Okay, suspicion at Normanda. Cookie, the waitress, who do you think it is?
Y'all, I don't even know, and my brain is so mushy. It's mushier than the oatmeal I just served to table 3. I'm from the South. Sally Mae's from the South, and in the South we respect our elders, and so I'm gonna choose the same person Sally Mae did, and I'm gonna say Normanda.
Okay. I'm not very good at understanding some of the things that are being said here, but I'm doing my best. Reverend.
Yes, thank you. I find this difficult. I don't like to cast aspersions, but when I'm not reading the Bible, I am often being found reading an Agatha Christie, and so I do like crime. So I would have to say the clue that we have was the smell of kibble, and we know that our moth friend ate a bit of kibble, so I'm going to say Moth Mandy.
Okay.
Simply on the hard evidence in
on
front of
Moth Mandy. Right, 1 second here. Sorry
Thought
about
we had
that.
something
I'm
going,
just trying
but
to
whatever.
check.
So sorry.
People, do put a comment on Facebook, because it is true I'm not seeing much come through on Facebook, so I was just trying to check elsewhere if it's working. So that's one for Moth Mandy. Moth Mandy, who do you think it is?
Oh my god, I don't even I'm with Cookie. I don't even know. I thought the Reverend and I had something going though, and wow, betrayal. You have been reading the Bible, so I'm gonna go with the Reverend.
Okay, so with this we're going to go over to the audience comments. Someone called Brenna Judkins just wrote boop on Facebook, which confirms that Facebook is in fact working. So thank you for that. What I will say is, if someone shared it to like their own page, so if someone should have looked up like my page, for example, and you comment there, because of privacy it might not work. So on Facebook, always comment on the Extreme Improv page. So with this, votes are still coming through, but let's go back a little bit here. Check the time. And we've got votes. Help me count, remember? For Normanda. For Sally, Normanda. Normanda. Mandy. Mandy, she's hiding behind her madness. B. Sally Mae. I can't kill a fellow bunny, so kill the priestess. Vote for Morgan, says SWAT Deeds on YouTube. The Reverend. Again there. Cookie, Reverend Morgan Roberts, boop, that we had earlier. Wait, she's a moth? Then kill the moth. I hate bugs, says SWAT Deeds. Princess Diva says the Reverend. Sophie J says B, and Maxine says Normanda. So where does that leave us? Who?
4.
4 for Normanda. Anyone else with more than that? 4 for the Reverend. I'm afraid, like, just checking here, it's not going to make a difference too much anyway. But, just for clarity, between the Reverend and Normanda, Miss Joy Sparkle, this is where the dead do get to vote.
Hooray! I'm still part of this. Oh, Santa will be pleased.
Wait,
obviously...
did you not get to ask a question?
We didn't ask questions. I didn't get to vote because I'm
that's
dead.
why then. That's my bad. Right.
Don't worry, I
We
know my
didn't ask
place.
each other shit.
I know my place once I'm dead. It's fine. Anyway, look, I really like the Reverend, and the last thing I was going to do was send you those socks and put in a special quick order, so I don't think it could be you. I definitely think it's Miss Glace. Now, 1,000% sure.
Okay, so with this, we do have another vote for Normanda. Normanda, you do have the most votes. Oh, no, wait a second. Now we have a tie. Sally. Did we have... How many votes? Hands up if you voted Sally. Just 1, 2, 3. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. I have 4 down. I have 4. Maybe that's a mistake. Normanda, you do have the most votes once again. So our villagers are determined. They are out for your blood. So could I now ask someone to volunteer once again? Who would like to take out Normanda? Moth Mandy, you have volunteered here. Moth Mandy. If everyone else, please, this isn't going to be a public execution. Right, we have to show some respect, even if they potentially are werewolf. So once again, we know the rules by now. Moth Mandy, first of all, could you call odds or evens to potentially get a bonus protection spell? If you're correct, you will earn yourself a bonus. odds, okay?
Yeah.
Wait, sorry, odds or evens?
Odds.
Okay, and it's a number 2, so that's unfortunately you
Son of a
don't get a
bitch.
bonus one there. Normanda, you will have 30 seconds on the clock. If you do have a protection spell available, you will be able to protect yourself. If not, you always have the option to call to grab an axe. In this 30 seconds before the death, you will have a chance to speak with your executioner. You might even be able to convince them not to do it. Who knows? It has happened once before. But with this, 30 seconds, begin.
Mothmandy, why would you take the life of me? You beautiful creature, you. You know moths like the light and the dark. I tell you now, thinking about guitars, which are also known as axes, give me an axe!
Okay, with that, you have called to grab an axe. And so, now you have a 1 in 8 chance of turning an axe back on your would-be attacker. Please, tell me a number from 1 to 8.
7, my number.
Okay, it's a number 3, unfortunately. So, Mandy, could you please continue and carry out this execution, please?
Absolutely. Do you want me to kill you with my mind, or do you want me to like throw you off a bridge or something? Like, I just want to do what you want to do because, like, obviously you've led a really like beautiful life. I just want to give you like some options.
Physical, please. A physical death.
Physical, cool. I'm gonna set you on fire. You cool with that?
Oh my word.
And with that, Normanda, you have been vanquished. Everyone come on back. Normanda, do not reveal if you're the wolf at this stage. Normanda, using my psychic ability, now could you confirm to everyone, from beyond the grave, are you the werewolf?
Am I allowed to say it now?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, sorry. No, I am not the werewolf.
Oh, not the werewolf. Oh, a little bit of a tease there. I thought when you then said yes, everyone's face lit up like we'd caught the wolf. But, Normanda Glace, R.I.P. indeed. Villagers, we have failed to catch the wolf. Twice we pointed the finger at Normanda, and turns out both times we were wrong. Audience, we had a split opinion there of who we felt was the werewolf, but there is still a wolf amongst us. Miss Joy and Normanda are gone, but let's see if we can protect ourselves tonight, and hopefully the wolf will run away. Everyone, take out your camera view. It is once again...
Top tip, keep your doors shut.
Lock your doors, bolt them. Don't make Miss Joy Sparkle's mistake. You know, that was so obvious that, of course, you should lock yourselves
Obvious?
in. Right. So, once again, it is the night phase. If the werewolf would like to confirm to me who they would like to take out as a victim, then that would be fantastic. If anyone would like to steal a potion or use a protection spell, then do also let me know that as well. But with this, watch out everyone, because I think there is a wolf about. Okay. Everyone come on back. Everyone come on back. So, unfortunately, it's been quite a night in the village. Having gone around, I can see that Mothmandy, you're still here. You look okay. Oh, a bit smiley considering there's some bad news. Sally May, though, how are you?
I'm good now that I can see you.
Well, and why wouldn't you be? But someone who perhaps isn't quite so good, Peggy. But I'm just making assumptions there. You look fit and healthy, but who knows, with business the way it is in these times. But there is some bad news to share. Peggy.
Right.
You are a thief. You attempted to steal someone's protection spell, and you got
was so
caught
scared.
red-handed. With that, you have lost a limb in the struggle.
I did.
So,
I'll be completely honest. I was so scared after all these people been getting murdered that I needed it. If I'm not around, who's gonna give Shy Danny a paycheck? Who's gonna take care of these animals on Christmas?
that is true. Unfortunately, though, there's more bad news to share. B. Cardi, you have been cursed. We have had a curse from one of our spirits. Someone has taken a liking to you, and for the remainder of this day, you will only be able to speak in movie titles. You will only be able to speak in movie titles. And that's quite unfortunate because that is coming from one of our spirits. But I can also say, Cookie, you have also been cursed once again. For the remainder of this day, every time you speak, you're going to have to provide a moral to what you say. Everything you say will require you to provide a moral. If anyone attempts to break a curse early, they will be cursed with silence for the remainder of the day. So with that, I think we can get on. Oh, wait, I forgot. Reverend, you're dead. Sorry to break the news quite so abruptly. But there is a werewolf and nightfall isn't going to be that many hours away. From beyond the grave, though, did you get a sense of who your attacker was?
Let me tell you this right now. I spent a lot of money lining this church with silver. So whoever got past that has got to be wily. They've got to be nimble. They've got to be sneaky. And I'm very upset, and the man upstairs is going to have words. Let me tell you that.
We'll get him a ladder, he can get off the roof. Now, anyway, so with this, we can go around and everyone can ask one other person one question. This time, starting with dearly departed Normanda. Do you have a question for someone?
I do. Moth Mandy, you seem to take a particular glee in ending me. Maybe you are the person who is taking them out. What were you doing last evening?
You know, I like to get up to all kinds of things, but since I'm on vacation, I'm going to just be straight up with you. I was drinking. I was in the bar.
Okay. Reverend from Beyond the Grave also, do you have a question for someone?
Oh, I've got so many questions. Let me tell you that right now. Questions? I've got a question for Peg.
Yes.
Where is she? Hello. What on earth are you playing at?
What was that?
Yes, exactly. You've got this veil of innocence that I don't appreciate when there's a whiff of kibble floating around this village and we all know where it comes from.
I am a supplier, but I do not eat my own kibble. That is disgusting. I do not eat dog food.
Okay.
I thought it was delicious. I'm sorry.
Let's take care of the spirits at this stage. Miss Joy Sparkletoes, do you have a question for someone?
Oh, yes, I do. I have one for Sally May. Yes, because I can. I don't know why I keep asking you questions, David, but sod that. Miss Sally May, tell me, what is it that you want for Christmas?
Well, I'm so excited that you asked. I was a little concerned that you weren't human, but that's a very humanly thing to say.
It is, give it away, it's fine.
I would just like some companionship, someone to keep me warm and safe at night.
Okay, audience, I'll remind you, you can ask questions. We have a few thoughts here we'll come to shortly, but do remember to ask any questions to the villagers. Try to pin down who you think the werewolf is. Cookie, do you have a question for someone?
Yeah, I was curious, Peg. You know,
Yes.
It looks kind of bad you stealing that potion, but I was wondering if you were ascribing to the same mentality that my Meemaw would say, and that she would say, you know, you got to watch your back like a long-tailed cat in a room full of rocking chairs. So is that what you're doing?
as someone also from the South, that is exactly what I was looking at, because, a mama cat has to protect her babies, and everybody in my pet shop, they're my babies, including Shy Danny. I have to look out for her too, because the government isn't.
All right, thank you.
Yeah. I kind of missed some of that. Did we get a moral there?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Watch your back like a long-tailed cat in a room full of rocking chairs.
I understand that. Sally, do you have a question for someone?
Well, I have so many questions, and I would like to talk to that bug lady. She was out drinking last night, and I'd like to know what beverages she partakes in.
Mainly like PBR tall boys. They're cheap, but they're effective.
I have no idea what that is, but thank you.
That's all right.
Okay. Peggy, do you have a question?
I do. I just have to say, Miss Sally Mae, you mentioned that you were looking for someone who is big and warm to snuggle and cuddle with and everything like that. Do you prefer him to be bald or hairy?
Yeah, that is an unusual question. I mean, I prefer him maybe to just be in between.
Okay. B. Cardi, do you have a question for someone?
Cookie. Dude, where's my car?
You mean the Hyundai? I had to borrow it momentarily. It'll come back. Chester took it to get some pseudoephedrine, and he should be bringing it right around soon.
Boys will be boys.
Okay. Shy Danny, do you have a question for someone?
Yes, I was wondering if B. Cardi could mention what she thinks of Moth Mandy being so happy when Reverend Morgan Roberts was murdered.
Butterflies are free. Nobody gets out alive.
Okay,
Thank
yeah.
you.
Moth Mandy, do you have a question?
Yeah. B. Cardi, can I get another one of them PBR tall boys? Please?
This is not a test.
Fine, I'll get it myself. Jesus.
Okay. We have some audience questions. Okay. Peter says, B, what's your earliest memory?
The creatures walk among us. I don't want to die.
Interesting. That's your earliest memory. Okay. Asad Khan on YouTube says, I wouldn't mess with any of these fine ladies. Well, there is a wolf there, so maybe the wolf would mess with you.
That's right. Don't mess.
Yeah.
Don't mess.
King Jester says, B. Cardi, is there any point in time the bar... Oh, sorry. Is there any point in time the bar is unattended? Do you get breaks at night?
A funny thing happened on the way to the forum. All men are enemies. Tonight's the night.
There we go. Okay. Who here is on a PC instead of a laptop or mobile? Asks SWAT Deeds. Who cares is the answer I will give. It's not going to track down the wolf, is it? Drake says, Danny is the wolf, clearly playing innocent. It's not really a question, but Danny, do you have a response to that?
I would never eat meat.
Okay, let's have a look. Reverend, what is heaven like?
Well, let me tell you, it's better than Earth. Because I'll just give you one thing.
Yep.
Shall I tell you what there isn't in heaven? Bloody wolves.
Wow. Whew. Peter asks, Cookie, what is your opinion on Danny?
Well, I was worried that Danny was being exploited by Peg, especially with her recent amputation. I'm worried that she's hucking too many bags of dog food, but I think she's lovely.
Okay. Interestingly, SWAT Deed's question, because I'm going in reverse order, now has some more relevance. He says, I can hear mouse clicks during the night. That's the wolf. The wolf has a PC. That's interesting. Mouse clicks. So you can use any criteria you like, audience, as well as you, villagers, to try to track down who is the wolf. So let's see. Hugh on YouTube says, Mothmandy, it is known your species are attracted to moonlight. Maybe a full moon. What's your answer to that?
Well, I got this seasonal affective disorder light that I got off of Wish, and it keeps me from doing that. I stay inside. The Rona is real, y'all.
Okay. With this, we will now have 1 minute of open discussion. Use this time, track down who is the wolf.
B, I just want to say this is delicious. I know you didn't make this yourself, but it's amazing.
Bring it on.
Oh, it's already been brought in.
Hey, I just can't remember what I did last summer. Do you know?
I know what you did last summer.
Oh, thank God.
I know what you did last summer, too.
I believe everybody knew what you did last summer.
I think we've reached the final destination of this conversation.
Oh my God.
I do want to publicly apologize for, that whole thievery thing. It was a moment of weakness. I'm just so terrified, and I think we all are, because after Joy getting killed after her door being open really shook me to my core.
Peg, could you tell us who you were stealing from? Because
I'm going to be honest with you. I went to Cookie. I went to her whole restaurant,
Okay,
and I tried
that
getting it.
is the end of this period of open discussion. We will have one final interaction before we go on to the vote. Lovely film titles there. Not sure it's the best way to catch the wolf, but we enjoyed it. So
were you entertained, Wolfgang? I think you were.
I was. I still know what you did last summer, actually.
I'd like to know what you did last night.
What I did last night. Okay, well, Normanda, your ghost is going to have a chance to talk to someone to try and pin down who is the wolf, and that person is Cookie. So everyone else, take out your camera view, and over to you. You will have 1 minute. Use this time wisely. Go.
No, Amanda, I'm so sorry for accusing you. Let me just get that out.
Okay, well, now I'm dead. I mean, I can't, when it all happened so quickly, I may have been a little bit drunk having been down to Bicardi's bar for several hours. I mean, can you account for your sister's movements at night?
I just always assume she's in the bar. I don't keep many tabs. I don't keep that great tabs on her. But geez, I don't know. Did you get any other clues? Anything that we could use? Please, Amanda, help us.
Well, apart from the I also smelled the sort of kibbly smell, but it could have been a sort of aged kind of old lady smell. It was difficult to pick out. Maybe a sweet kind of, I just don't, it was hard. It all happened so quick. Like I say, I was having the alcohol from Bicardi's bar, and I was having a lovely time. It's just I hope to make songs from the grave. I suppose I shall haunt them all.
Okay, and with that, that's the end of this period of open conversation. Everyone come back. Everyone come back. It is now once again going to be voting time. So let's see if we can track down correctly who we think the werewolf is this time. And we're going to start off the voting with, Reverend, the dead cannot vote unless we're in a tie-break situation. So, Mothmandy, who do you think?
Wow. I brought Sally Mae with me when I was jumping dimensions, and I'm just so proud of her so far. I think she has the ability to just start real chaos. So I'm gonna vote for Sally Mae.
Okay, that is a vote against Sally Mae there. Sally Mae, who do you feel is the werewolf?
Well, I do believe it's that bartender.
Okay, so that's a vote for B. B, Cardi, who do you think is the werewolf?
Mothman prophecies.
That's excellent. So with that, you have voted for Mothmandy. Whether that may have been the only one you could have said. Shy Danny, who do you think is the werewolf?
B. Cardi.
Okay, that is a vote against B. Cardi.
It's
Peggy.
the quiet ones.
Ooh. Says Shy Danny. Peggy, who do you think is the werewolf?
Honestly, at first I thought it was Sally Mae because I thought that she was so scandalously suspicious. But now I think it is B. Cardi because of her creepy earliest memory that she mentioned. Yeah, that does not sit right with my spirit.
Okay. Miss Joy, you do not get to vote at this stage as you are dead. Same with you, Normanda. So, Cookie, do you want to vote?
I guess I have to. I know all these people. I've served them all in my diner. The only one I don't know, and I'm sorry because I'm really trying hard to be inclusive of every species, but I think it might, I'm so sorry. I think it might be Mandy, the moth person.
That is a vote for Moth Mandy. With this, we'll go over to the comment section and see what we've got here. There's been loads of comments. Oh, we didn't ask perhaps all of the audience questions. We'll ask them. Let's see, what's this? Elky TV on YouTube says, "Say what? An all-female werewolf? Nice." Ewan Henderson Actor on YouTube says, "Only 2 victims after an hour. One could question the wolf's competence." Interesting comment there. Then we have some.
That's really funny. Don't subscribe to that guy's YouTube channel. It's garbage.
Unsubscribe to Ewan Henderson Actor.
That's right.
Okay.
He earned it just now.
Yeah. With this, we've got a vote for Cookie, a vote for Sally, another for Sally. Elkie says, "Ewan, interesting that you would question the wolf's competence." Peter says, "Peggy can't be the wolf, right? If she stole and someone died." Interesting thought. Styles Clash says, "Cookie." Kenny says, "Oh yeah, don't vote Peggy." Ewan says, "I'm not sure what you mean, Elkie." Then King Jester says, "B. Cardi." Drake says, "Sally." Janie says, "Sally." Gallant Hero says B. Jane says B. SWAT Deed says, "Vote for the bug who I thought was a bunny. Kill the bug." B. Cardi, Mandy, Cookie, Moth Mandy. Danny looks suspicious. Cookie, Cookie, Cookie. I changed my vote to Mandy, says Ewan. Sally Mae, Money. So that's where we're up to. Who's got what votes? Sally Mae, you've got 5. B, you've got 3. Shy, you've got 1. Cookie, you have 6. And so with that, that is a vote for Cookie. So having a look at things here, I can say that B. Cardi, you have got 3 votes. You have come under suspicion here. So you have been marked for death. Would someone like to volunteer to execute B. Cardi here? Someone's going to... Okay, Shy Danny, you are going to take the honours. So if everyone can please step aside, this will be a private execution. Okay, so with this, we should know the rules by now. First things first, Shy Danny, you will have the opportunity to earn yourself a bonus protection spell. Please now call odds or evens.
Odds.
And, ooh, what number is this? It...
Should know, David.
Well, no, I can't read it. It's got like I got this stupid elvish thing, and I can't tell if it's a 6 or a 9. What did you say?
What number isn't it?
Yeah.
I said I won. Thank you.
6 or a 9. Well, that's both an odd and an even. I'm going to roll the
I
dice.
know I won. I got another one. Thank you.
Yes. That's exactly it.
Screw it. You get a bonus one. It's my fault. I can't read the damn thing. Right. So with that. So, with this, okay, there will now be 30 seconds on the clock. Cardi, if you have a protection spell, you can call out protect me during this 30 seconds. If you want to, you can also call out to grab an axe. Either way, you have 30 seconds to say what you will to each other, and by the end of this, if you don't protect yourself, then you must carry out the execution. 30 seconds, begin.
The creature walks among us.
It's not you?
Take a bow. To save a life.
I gotta kill you then if you don't protect yourself.
Saved a life.
Okay,
Save the last dance.
Right, there you go, save the last dance. I admire you. Do you know what? That is great, because you could have just said protect me and then you would have been cursed with silence. But I appreciate your dedication to the curse. So with that, Cardi, you have protected yourself. Perhaps a wolf has got away, or perhaps you saved Danny from taking an innocent life. Either way, everyone come on back. Everyone come on back. We have not executed anyone this night, so it means that there is definitely still a werewolf out there. We weren't any closer then to solving it. So once again, go lock yourselves into your cabins. Do what you can to protect yourself. Board up those windows and pray for your lives. So with this, I will once again ask the werewolf to communicate with me via the Zoom chat and tell me who you would like to take out as your next victim. Okay, let's just have a look. Time is it? Interesting stuff. Interesting. Okay, so if anyone wants to use protection spell, do let me know. If anyone would like to steal one, also say, but watch out everyone. I can hear the rustling in the bushes. There is a wolf about. Okay, you can see me now. To answer the audience question from Elky TV, how many people has the wolf actually killed? Well, we're about to find out. They've taken 2 victims, I believe. 2. They have indeed 2 victims. Everyone come on back. Everyone come on back. So with this, let's just quickly check. Okay, so first of all, with a roll of the dice, I can say that Moth Mandy, you have been cursed. For the remainder of this day, every time you speak, you must speak in riddles. Everything you say must be a riddle. If you attempt to break this curse early, you will be cursed with silence. But there is some bad news to share. Cookie. I would like to tell you that someone is dead, but I can say this to you because you're still alive. But unfortunately, Sally, you are no longer looking at the same group of living people as you did yesterday because someone is dead. B, you were not killed yesterday, and you have not been killed during the night. Because, unfortunately, Peggy, your time is up. Someone killed you during the night, but using my psychic ability, I will communicate with you now. Can you say anything? Do you get a sense of who may have taken you out?
Well, I have to say that whoever did it had a very strong perfume on because they were trying to cover up that wolf smell.
Ooh, interesting. Interesting stuff. And so let's quickly check if there's any other relevant comments. There's a load of comments. We'll come to them periodically. But for now, let's go round. Yes, Peg?
Could I just add that now my shop is now in the ownership of Shy Danny. She is now going to be the owner of it. She is in my will.
Oh, wow. How about that? So, Shy Danny, you now have the ownership. Potentially something to gain from Peggy's death. I'm not sure you knew this before now, so I don't want to make it so that I'm casting the blame. But with this, from beyond the grave, Reverend Morgan Roberts, do you have a question for someone?
Yes, I have a question for our moth friend, who I know we've had our times, but I just wanted to ask your opinion on the fact that the only person who pointed the finger at me was you, and then magically I died that night when I had pointed the finger at you.
What goes up and down but doesn't move?
A staircase.
That's right.
Well, thank you for that enlightening answer.
Okay, with that, from beyond the grave, Normanda, do you have a question for someone?
Yes. I have a question for Cookie, the waitress. You must, at night, after you've worked your long shifts every night, must be incredibly frustrated and possibly angry with all the customers you have to put up with. What did you do on your way home?
Oh, I stopped by my sister's bar and I got me one of them bottles with a handle on it and I tucked it right under my arm and I went home and just drank myself to sleep.
Okay. With this, Sally Mae, do you have a question for someone?
Well, yes, I do. Thank you, sweetie. I seem to have left my hat somewhere last night. Miss B, did you find it?
Yeah, it's behind the bar, love. It's behind the bar. I've got it. I got your purse as well and your vibrator if you want that back.
Oh, I do.
Okay. With that, Cookie, do you have a question?
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I guess, Sally, I just wanted to make sure that you're okay and check. Is everything above board with you? Is there anything you need to tell us?
Well, in my day and age, a girl did not kiss and tell, so I'm fine to just keep some secrets.
Okay.
Okay. Moth Mandy, do you have a question, please?
What day of the year has 28 days? What month of the year has 28 days?
All of them.
That's right.
Okay, so that question wasn't directed to anyone specifically. B. Cardi, do you have a question now, please?
Yeah, a little bit intrigued by what Peg said. So, Shy Danny, how long have you known that you were gonna get Peggy's pet salon?
I had no idea. In fact, Cookie and Moth Mandy, I need some help. Would you like to work with me, please?
Okay,
No?
with that, Shy Danny, do you have a question?
I want to know, Cookie, what's your favorite type of cookie?
Oh, well, of course, that is the supreme cookie, the Oreo, the ultimate. Nothing beats an Oreo.
Okay, Peggy from Beyond the Grave, do you have a question for someone?
I just have to say, B. Cardi, how do you eat your steak?
Oh, I rare so that the blood's dripping and you can dip your chips, or fries as you would call them, in the blood.
Okay, interesting. And Miss Joyce Sparkletoes, R.I.P., do you have a question from Beyond the Grave?
Me. Yes, I have a question for Miss Sally Mae. Miss Sally Mae, I did send off to Santa what you wanted to us. Some sort of fragrant perfume. I just want to double check the sweet fragrance. What brand was it?
Oh, I wrote it down. Hold on. It's called Lavender Marigold.
Lavender Marigold. Okay. Well, you'll be restocked soon.
Thank you.
Okay, with this, let's go over to the comments and see what they said. So, the SWAT Deed says the big bad wolf still roars like a big cat, and there is a small dog in the background howling. Interesting. Elky TV says, so the villagers have not killed anyone then?
We killed Normanda.
Oh!
What?
Moth
It
Mandy.
belongs to you, but your friends use it more. What is it?
Okay, I will say that was still enough of a riddle, so you're fine. Yeah, who did you guys kill?
Normanda.
Yeah, they killed Normanda.
I think the Rev's dead. There's just no RIP Elkie, so she's dead as well.
So the Reverend though was killed by the wolf. Peggy was killed by the wolf, and who else is dead? And Miss
I was killed.
Joy Spark. I know. I was looking around the screen.
You made me leave my door open.
You left your door open.
You made me leave my door open.
I was the only one killed by these villagers.
Yeah. Okay.
My door is unlocked in case you wanted to know.
Okie dokie. The wolf may be interested in that information. So, King Jester says, does this mean the pet shop goes to Shy Danny? That was asked a few minutes ago, and as we found out, yes, it does. So that's good. You're paying close attention there, King Jester. Peter Silas says, Peggy was the only one who knew... Sorry, Peggy was the only one who we knew had to be innocent. That put a target on her back. So, someone said that earlier, that obviously you had used protection... No, you'd stolen protection spell. Someone had still died. So that meant it couldn't have been that person. Because if you're not 100% familiar with the rules, audience, you can only do one action at night if you're the wolf. You can choose to steal a spell instead of kill. So that did reveal that Peggy was innocent there. So the wolf perhaps did take out the only one that we knew wasn't the wolf. SWAT Deed says, so who here is on a PC instead of a laptop? After I called out the mouse clicks, there aren't any. She muted herself before she sent the name. Clever wolf. Interesting. Well, pay attention, see who mutes themselves. Although you might not see because it's during the night.
You won't see, we're not on screen.
Well, I would know, but anyway. Mothman...
You know anyway!
I know. Mothmandy says, Hugh, if you were given a choice of either an injection of silver nitrate or slaying a villager, which would you choose?
I have a tail, a head, but no body. What am I?
Interesting. A head, a tail. You're a coin. There you go. So I think basically with that coin as the answer, she was flipping you off. So let's have a quick look here. Does Sally Mae own her home? Asks Elkie TV.
I am just a renter. I'm just a renter. Just a renter.
Okay. Sally Mae asks SWAT Deeds. Would you prefer The Witcher as a boyfriend?
I do not believe I would prefer that, no.
Okay. Okay, Digital De Quinley on Twitch says, what makes a torch burn longer? Does anyone know? Well, I think that might
batteries.
be... Batteries, yeah, probably. And then Ewan Henderson Act says, Sally, why are you so shy? Are you hiding murderous urges?
Well, in my day, women were taught to be demure, not give it all away. Just leave a little mystery.
Okay, and so with this, we are now going to have one more interaction. And this time, it is going to be between... Who do we have here? Sorry, we've had that one. So it is going to be between... let's check who's that number. The Ghost of the Reverend. Again, we've already had you, but it doesn't matter. Rolled that. It's going to be between Shy Danny, and we will add a third person in. And it is going to be with Sally. So there will be 3 of you in this interaction. Use this time to work out who the wolf is. You have 1 minute. Begin.
Sally, I can't help but see you've lost your hat.
Oh, I did. Yeah. Oh, go ahead, Danny. Go.
And your vibrator, too.
Well. You see, my grandchildren have been encouraging me to try new things. My granddaughter said I could be a cougar, and I went to the bar, and I brought some things, and I bought some things, and then I left, and I drank some things, And then I woke up the next morning and my head hurt so
And perhaps you couldn't remember what you'd done for the rest of the night.
And Sally Mae, perhaps you were a different animal before you were a cougar.
Perhaps that hat is hiding some furry ears.
Well, listen, at my age, sometimes you forget things. That is just how things work. And I was always told that I was sweet in the streets and an animal in the sheets by my ex-husband.
Okay. So with that on that note, that ends that moment of interaction. So everyone come back. It is now going to be voting time. Audience, vote now and save us. Who do you think is the werewolf? We'll go around to everyone and let's see if we can work it out. Shy Danny, who do you think is the wolf here?
I used to think it was Sally Mae, but I kind of like her story, so I want her to stay. So then I will say Cookie.
Okay.
I didn't like her answer about which was her favorite cookie.
Let's see. Sally Mae, who do you think is the werewolf?
Well, it is definitely one of the sisters, but I too believe it's the cookie.
Okay, let's go over there. And Reverend, you cannot vote as you are dead. B. Cardi, who do you think?
Well, it's got to be Shy Danny. She obviously killed Peg for the business.
Interesting theory there. So with this, Normanda, you're dead. Miss Joy, you are dead. Peggy, you are dead. Moth Mandy, who do you think it is?
What's old and horny and has a crush on Wolfhausen?
Okay, so that will be a vote against Sally. And so then Cookie, who do you think it is?
I'm going to agree with my sister and say that it's Shy Danny.
Okay, Shy Danny. Let's see what the audience say. And we'll come up here. And let's scroll back to where we've got loads of comments here. And what have we got? Elkie TV says, it was a joke. Sally Mae is a home loan company here in the States. I did not know that. The Witcher is a monster hunter, Sally. Says SWAT Deeds. Elkie says she forgets that we're not all in the same country, but we are all in the same village. Batteries, of course, says Digital de Quinley in answer to what burns longer. They then says, what's better date? What's a better date, werewolf or vampire? I don't know. You can tell us what you think, Digital de Quinley. But here comes the vote.
Self-date. Don't date monsters, guys.
Yeah. Right, okay, so here we go. Sally, Mandy, Sally. Sally is a freak. She must be the wolf, says LKTV, because the freaks come out at night. Mandy, Sally Mae. Cookie, Danny is the wolf, says Ewan Henderson actor. She butchered poor Peggy for the inheritance. Cookie, Trump, says Digital de Quinley. Excellent. Both Mandy, Moth Mandy for me, as she is flying too close to the flame, says Hugh. Cookie, vote for Sally because she didn't prefer the Witcher, says SWAT Deeds. I like that we're using excellent reasoning here tonight. Princess Diva says Cookie and Sophie says Mandy. So where are we at there? Cookie has 5, Sally has 6, Shy Danny has 1, Moth Mandy has 3. So Sally, that is a vote against you. And now we're in a situation. Because we have 2 votes against Moth Mandy, 2 votes against Sally, and 2 votes against Cookie, and 2 votes against Shy Danny. After being under suspicion last night, there are no votes against B. Cardi. So villagers, we don't seem like we're very sure. But now the dead will have to vote. B. Cardi, you get a pass here because no one voted for you. So between... Who do we have? Sally, Cookie, Danny, and Moth Mandy. Let's now ask the dead from beyond the grave to vote. Peggy, who do you suspect?
Well, the person I would have voted for is the only one that's not available, but I guess I will go for her sister, Cookie.
Okay, so that is a vote against Cookie. Miss Joyce Sparkletoes, who do you think it is?
So here's the thing. There was talk of the last victim said there was a sweet smell of something trying to hide away from the kibble, and I think with the sweet tea and with the perfume, it has to be Sally May. It has to be her. So Sally May gets my vote. She's on my naughty list.
Okay, Reverend, who do you believe it is?
Yes, I concur. I like to look at the evidence at hand. So I believe the perfume smell points the finger at our friend Sally May, unfortunately.
Okay, and Normanda, who do you believe it is?
Well, I must agree with my fellow dead people up here in heaven, and Miss Sally May is not all she may seem. I believe that she is the killer. She is the werewolf. A old lady in sheep's clothing. A wolf, if you like.
Okay, so with that, Sally May, you have the most votes. You have been marked for death. Who would like to volunteer to take out Sally May? Shy Danny, you have once again volunteered. Just before you do, because it's something I hadn't mentioned, you have stockpiled multiple bonus protection spells, so you won't get an extra one, but you can still take out the victim if you don't want to anymore. Okay.
I will then.
B. Cardi would like to. Okay, so B, you may.
I used my spell before. I need another.
Okay. So everyone else, step aside. Just leave Sally May and B. Cardi. So once again, we should know the drill. Audience, I will now ask B. Cardi to name odds or evens during this time. If she is correct, she will get a bonus protection spell. So B, odds or evens?
Odds, please.
Okay. And it is a 3, so you do in fact get a bonus protection spell. You're number 9. So there will now be 30 seconds on the clock for this execution. If you have a protection spell, Sally May, you may call out Protect Me to save your life if you still have one. If not, or either way, you could call out to grab an axe, in which you'll have a 1 in 8 chance turning an axe back on your would-be killer. 30 seconds, begin.
I'm really sorry. Like, I don't, I'm really sorry.
I'm just a little old lady. I don't know. I came into the bar and we talked. And you offered me a drink. And what I really need is an axe. I need an axe.
Oh, interesting situation here. So, let's stop the timer. Sally May, you will now have a 1 in 8 chance of turning the axe onto B here. Please tell me a number between 1 and 8.
Well, I will do a 6.
Okay. And with that, it is in fact a 4. You have failed. Please continue the execution.
I've got a drink for you. Because you said old, come on, you're past your prime. I could give you another drink and you just drink this and you'll go to sleep.
I'll just take the drink. I'll take it.
Just drink it all down, love. Drink it all down, you'll go to sleep. There you go. Night, night.
And
night.
With that, Sally May is no more. Everyone, please come on back. Everyone, come on back now. It's always an interesting thing when someone chooses to grab an axe rather than protect themselves. But with that, Sally May, you are no more. So, please, from beyond the grave, reveal to us, are you the werewolf?
No, I am not.
She was not the werewolf. So, unfortunately, B. Cardi, there is innocent blood on your hands. You have taken out Sally May, and there is still a wolf out there somewhere. Audience, at this stage, I will say to you to look at the faces you see on your screen. There you will see B. Cardi, who just took out Sally May. Innocent blood as voted for by you and by the villagers here. Could she be the werewolf? We see Shy Danny, so keen to carry out the execution herself. When she learned there would not be something in it for her, she just went back to her pet shop, which she inherited. Could she be the werewolf? Moth Mandy, with those incredible antennae, Are they just a distraction from her transformation, perhaps into something else? Could she be the wolf? And then, of course, Cookie, the waitress. Waving, so uncaring about what's going on around, people dying left, right and centre. We're taking out just as many people as the wolf. Could she be the werewolf? With this, we are going to go to the night phase once again. Will everyone please take out their camera view? And I will ask the werewolf to let me know who they would like to take out. If anyone has a protection spell they would like to use, or if they would like to steal one, then by all means you can do. And so with this, watch out, because there is a werewolf about. Okay, everyone come on back. Everyone come on back. So, let's have a look. Does everyone return to the village square? Or do I need to root around to see what has gone on here? Sally Mae, you're looking a little bit different.
I'm my younger self in heaven, Wolfie.
Wow. You could almost believe that if a play was ever made of these events, that someone would choose to die just so they could have a costume change. But still, I can say that there is a curse in the village, and the curse is on the poor ghost of Peggy. Peggy, you have been cursed, and for the remainder of the day, you will only be able to communicate through song. So, with this, I have some bad news to share. Unfortunately, Cookie, looking so blasé last night, you're still looking blasé this morning. But we look straight through you as you're a ghost. You were killed during the night, Cookie. So, did you get a sense? Who was it that attacked you? Did you see who your attacker was? Do you know who is the werewolf?
I wish I could give you some insight, but I was just so dead tired that I passed right out. Luckily, didn't feel a thing, but I have nothing for you. I'm so sorry.
That's quite all right. So with this, there will be 3 minutes of open discussion. Use this time to pin down who you think is the werewolf. There are so few of you still alive. We have Moth Mandy, we have Shy Danny, and we have B Cardi. Everyone else in the village has been killed, either by ourselves or by the werewolf. 3 minutes, let's find out who this wolf is.
Can I just say that I love that the three of us left alive. It is like the goth kids hanging out behind the high school smoking clove cigarettes. I am so excited.
It's true, we're the rejects.
Yeah, we're also the dark-haired ones of the group, apart from Normanda, but you know.
I was a goth once as well, but you ended my life.
I dyed my hair
I
pink.
didn't.
You can't see the pink?
No.
So happy to see that Miss Sally Mae. See, one time on Montel Williams, they had world-famous psychic Sylvia Brown, and she said in the afterlife, everybody is 36 years old. So it's good to see that Sylvia was right. That's all.
Cookie,
Everyone's
I miss
gorgeous
you.
here. Yeah.
Cookie, like, I thought it was going to be you and me.
What do you know? Win some, you lose some. You know, I was already dead tired before I died, so it's not much of a transition for me personally.
But you wouldn't admit that it was your sister if it was the one that ended you, would you? You'd want to protect her.
Would you protect your sister in death? Would you do it?
Well,
Would
she
you
did.
do it?
She did shoot me once, guys. I slept with her husband. She shot me
Rock
right
salt
here.
Yep.
The sister's
Rock
got
salt.
the
How's it
most
feel?
scandal.
Felt good, to be fair.
Someone who
Scandalous.
sleeps with someone's husband, their sister's husband, they might also be killing other people and being werewolves.
Yeah, but this is why you don't have a husband, Shy Danny, because you just get involved in everyone else's drama.
Well,
You don't
also, she's like 14. I mean, that's...
She's 14.
I thought
I thought she was like a 50-year-old woman just who was shy. She's 14.
14 and has her own business. It's great.
Wow. 14-year-olds do kill for businesses.
14-year-olds are notoriously, weird.
Would that class her as a millennial? Because I hear they're pretty dangerous these days.
She's considered a Gen Z.
A Gen Z. Oh.
But I will have to say, Shy Danny doesn't eat meat.
I don't eat meat.
What's that got to do with
But
it? The werewolf
but
doesn't
you
eat, it just kills.
But you eat your steak rare with the blood and it's dripping.
Yeah, but if you ask anyone
that's
how
how you
to
make
eat a
a
steak
morning
properly, you eat it rare. Or medium rare, maybe. Yeah.
You know who doesn't speak much is Cookie.
The cookie's dead, Sally.
That's why he doesn't speak much. I just wanted you to know that.
Thanks, Sally. We miss you, Sally.
But you know who talks a lot is that moth woman.
She does talk a lot. And she likes kibble. She said she likes kibble, Mandy.
This is true.
Sally, did you do anything with Wolfgang in the end? Wolfhausen, sorry.
Yeah, spill the beans.
Yeah, Sally. Did he keep his door open for you?
Yeah.
Did you get one of Norm?
Spill the beans. Spill the beans.
I kept my
Gotta
door.
spill 'em.
That's all I'll say.
Sorry, say that again. We didn't hear it.
I kept my door open. That's all I'll say.
Oh. Did
Front door or
the
back door?
gentleman enter?
And did you retrieve your toy from the bar? Just in case he didn't turn up.
Was that my toy or the wolf's toy?
A buzz, 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 buzz.
I'm very uncomfortable with this line of conversation. I've got to tell you.
Santa would not agree because that would definitely be on the naughty list. And also, it's a lost property thing. You probably need to wash it first.
But
You never heard of furries?
Consideration.
you can use a vibrator while having sex with someone as well.
Why is a 14-year-old giving us this information?
I don't know.
Because
Have y'all not
the
been
gay
reading
millennials
Combo lately?
for
It's
you.
woke as hell.
Maybe she's
Yeah.
not 14.
Told you, she's a 50-year-old woman pretending to be 14 who kills people for businesses.
Oh.
There was like a Russian girl, and she came over, and she was like 37 or something. Maybe that's the same. I read about it in a magazine.
Well, I just wanted to expand your horizon about sex.
Well, thank you.
Been reading too much Cosmo.
None of
That's
this
still
is
going.
catching a werewolf. I don't want to put a down
Okay, I do agree,
conversation,
Reverend.
But there is a murderer.
Okay,
And
this
I-
was
that is one of the deadly sins.
this was educational. But I know that same story. There was someone that came over who got adopted in America, and it turned out they were like 40, and they just had a medical condition which made them look young, and then they actually tried to kill their adopted parents.
I've seen that film.
Yeah. Wow.
Based on a
With
true
this,
story.
sorry guys, we're getting off point. There is a werewolf here, Reverend. You're
Oh, yeah.
right.
Oh,
Let's have
sorry,
a
had we
look.
forgotten again?
I know,
I've been
right?
dead since the beginning. It's fine.
Yeah. So, with this, let's see. We've got a few questions. Hugh says, Moth Mandy. Oh, I can't read this. As I am a lepidopterist.
Oh, is he a lepidopterist? Is he a lepidopterist?
There you go. A collector of moths and butterflies. As I am... Yeah, what's your question? You said, Moth Mandy, as I am a lepidopterist, a collector of moths and butterflies, and then you had no question. Right, anyway.
I think he just wanted to use a big word and show off, but that's fine.
That's fair. Elkie says, Shy Danny is like the girl in the movie Orphan. I don't know that film.
That's the film. That's the film.
That's the film
That's the film.
that we were talking about with the killing the parents.
No, the thing I said is based. It's a
Yeah,
true
but
story.
the film
It's
was based
also
on
a
a true
film.
story.
Based on a
what?
true story.
Oh my god, I
Yes.
need to see that film.
Orphan, yeah.
Okay, Ewan Henderson says, I've never seen a show with so many references to sex toys. Ewan, we don't believe you when you say that.
Well,
Right.
you're not in it, Ewan, so don't worry.
Yeah,
That's why
There
no
were
one's
there were at least
subscribing.
3. That's it.
yeah, okay, let's
We've
have a
only
look.
been talking about vibrators. There are many other sex toys, by the way.
14-year-olds.
Tell me more. No, sorry, what am I saying?
There's
Right.
I think that this is the best episode of Werewolf that Ewan Henderson actor has ever seen.
Agreed.
I'm just
Lots-
going to start
Educational.
throwing holy water around this place.
Thank
because
you,
I feel
Reverend.
like we need it.
Lock
Rev's got the
Mothmandy-
biggest collection.
I'll be back in a
True.
few hours, guys. Don't worry. Right, okay. Lock Moth Mandy in a cedar closet. I don't understand that either.
Yeah.
Ewan says
off-putting
definitely
thoughts.
guilty. Not sure about who. Styles Clash for Life on Twitch says it can't be B because of the protection spell. The wolf is Danny, who has the most potions. Interesting thought. Assad says, how hasn't anyone noticed red blood all over B Cardi's lips? Interesting. Conflicting. Danny is a monster, says Battlecat. King Jester says, whoa, B Cardi got to go for how aggressive she came at sweet baby Shy Danny. The innocent one needs saving. Save Shy Danny. Sky Danny, it says, but I think you mean Shy Danny, Kenny. Digital DeQuinley says, kinda like Jack Benny. Don't know what that refers to. I'm scrolling the wrong way, guys. Apologies. Peggy, here's a question. Oh, we do have questions. What's a life lesson you can teach us, Peggy?
Life lesson that you can learn is that you gotta treat people how you want to be treated in return.
Okay, well there you go. That's very good. Peggy, how does it feel to be dead? Asks Ewan Henderson.
Well, I gotta say, it's kind of cold, it's kind of sad and lonely in parts, but I like to watch over Shy Danny as she goes and takes care of my shop.
Okay, thank you very much. Peggy, no, I'm just joking. Right, okay. Assad says, shame on you, B Cardi, you spilled black and white blood. Ooh, Assad has a suspicion there.
I had no choice. No one else wanted to murder her.
You had to do it.
I had
To do it there, so that is fair. Right, hang on. I think B Cardi just threw in a red herring, said Ewan Henderson. This audience member isn't buying it. What was it? What was it, Ewan? Oh no, Sally Mae's dead. This is going back a little bit. Who did she leave her toys to in her will? Do we know Sally Mae?
Well, I left them at the bar, so they're open property.
Okay, well, there you go.
I want them, please. Thank you.
Okay.
She'll take anything.
Girl, you be sure you autoclave that crap first.
So with this, guys, we'll have one final interaction. There was a lot of comments to get through there, but let's have a look. This show might be happening in Ewan Henderson actor's dream, says Assad. Right. Cedar closets keep moths away. Thank you, Elkie. No, I mean that. You're like literally having to explain all of these comments. I don't understand. Does Mothmandy fancy being pinned under glass? Says Hugh.
Is that a chat line?
I don't know.
That depends. Is Hugh single, and also, is he cute?
Well, I don't know. I can't really judge these things. Ewan, no, SWAT Deed says, Ewan, you dog. Right, I don't know what's going on anymore. Right, we're going to have one more scene, right? And it's going to be between, who have we got here? Who is number 3? Peggy, the ghost of Peggy. Oh, good. It's going to be between number 6, which is the ghost of Cookie, and it is going to be between number 7, the ghost. Okay, we're going to have a ghost scene. The ghosts can figure out who they think the wolf is. Everyone else, take out your camera view, and here you go.
Here we have a question upon us. A question indeed.
Oh, that's one of my greatest songs. Thank you, Peg, for singing that. We do. I feel that we are reaching the end points of the situation.
End point of the situation. Who do you think is gonna be?
I gotta say, I love how your singing just brightens up the afterlife. You make it bearable, honey. I love it. Listen, I think, is it the moth? Does it have to be the moth, right?
The moth leaves her items behind the alleys. She also has been at the scene.
And moths with the scent. She might be wearing scent to kind of stave off the cedar stuff if anyone's using the cedar. Moths are quite reactive to the scent.
But can the moth be another creature? Because Mothman is technically its own thing.
And talking of B, I mean, I have to say, B Cardi, She was always very willing to serve me as many drinks as I wanted. Triple, quadruple whiskies every night. Was that a way to cover up? I was the first to be killed by people in this village.
But Cardi hates alcoholics.
Okay, and with that, everyone come on back. Everyone come on back. Audience, it is now voting time. Vote now and save us. Who do you think is the werewolf? So, with this, let's see. Who have we got that's still alive? So many dead people in this village. Moth Mandy, you're giving a big wave. Who do you think is the werewolf?
It's Shy Danny. I love Shy Danny so much. It's Shy Danny.
There, you think it is Shy Danny. Shy Danny, who do you think is the werewolf?
Moth Mandy. It's Moth Mandy. Hee hee hee.
Okay. And B. Cardi, who do you think is the werewolf?
Shy Danny.
Okay, so that is Shy Danny again. We will see what the audience say. And let's see. Okay, so we're going to give a few more seconds. Just because we have some coming in. But just because there's so few votes here, I will take this moment just to remind our audience that this is the Revenge of the Werewolf. And it's on every Friday at 8 p.m. UK time. But I can say that do look out in the next day or two, because there will be announcements about slightly changes to the schedule as we are in the Christmas season. So there will actually be slightly different shows, and there will be more shows then, and some of them are going to be some exciting ones, which I'll announce shortly. I might announce one at the end of the show. But with this, we've got lots of votes now coming in. And let's see what they say. Let's just check the time to see when they started. And here we see. Is undead kind of like arthritis, says Digital DeQuinley. I think so. It makes you stiff. Assad says, Shy Danny. That's a question which we might come to soon. B. Cardi claimed she was killing Danny because she needed protection. Later she said she had no choice. Wolf, says Ewan Henderson actor. So I think that's a vote there for B. Cardi. Styles Clash says Danny. Kenny says Danny. Battle says Moth Mandy. Assad says, can we just take a moment to appreciate the mental beats that Peggy is following? Yeah, no, this is very good singing. Moth, I hate to do this, but Shy Danny, says King Jester. Cardi, says Ewan. And so that wasn't the vote earlier, I guess. Mandy says the gallant hero. Elky TV says, I think Moth Mandy, because she's been known to hang with Buffalo Bill from Silence of the Lambs. Mandy says Jane. B. Cardi says Eva. B says Biddy. Moth Mandy, she must now shed her fur, says Hugh. Janie says Shy Danny. SWAT Deed says kill the bug. Vote for Moth, who again I thought was a bunny. You would have lived if you were a bunny. Assad says Revenge of the Santa. And let's have a look here. Princess Diva says Danny. Sophie J says Shy Danny. Maxine says B. Cardi. That's where we're up to. So, Moth Mandy, how many votes did you get?
Got 6.
6. Shy Danny also looks 6. And B, you have got 4. So we are going to have to settle the tie from the audience here by going to our dead friends. Normanda, between Moth Mandy and Shy Danny, who do you think is more likely the werewolf?
Well, I have to say that even though we made up, Shy Danny has shown some very suspicious behaviour, so I'm going to have to cast my vote to her today.
Okay, Peggy, who do you think it is?
I'm gonna have to go with Moth Mandy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cookie.
Sorry, y'all. I was just thinking about my mama who used to say it's always the shy ones. So, Shy Danny.
Shy Danny. Who do you think Sally Mae?
Well, for a 14-year-old, she's way too experienced, so definitely Shy Danny.
Okie dokes. Miss Joy Sparkletoes.
That's me again. Hi. It's really tricky, but I can't go against Santa's code. I can't put children who are on the good list up for execution, so I'm having to go with Moth Mandy. I'm so sorry.
Okie dokie. And Reverend Morgan Roberts, R.I.P. Who do you think it is?
I'm suspicious of Danny's stockpiling of goods, I have to say, but I actually think that it comes from a place of fear, so I'm going to say Moth Mandy.
Interesting. That means that between Moth Mandy and Shy Danny, it is still a tie. It is still a tie. So if things are tied, however, Shy Danny had 2 votes, Moth Mandy had 1. So with that, Shy Danny, you have been labelled for death here. So, between Moth Mandy and B Cardi, who would like to volunteer to take out Shy Danny? Moth Mandy, you are going to have the honours. Everyone else, please step aside. 30 seconds will be on the clock. But first of all, Moth Mandy, odds or evens to get a bonus protection spell?
Odds.
And it is odds. So, Moth Mandy, you get a bonus protection spell there. And there will now be 30 seconds on the clock. Shy Danny, if you have a protection spell, you can protect yourself. You can also call to grab an axe. If not, either way, carry out this execution. Begin.
I'm using my last protection spell. You're the wolf, I know it, Moth Mandy.
No, that's fair.
Okay, and with that, you have called that straight away, so there will be no pretending that the execution was going to take place. Everyone come on back. Everyone come on back. So, now we are in a situation. We are going to go to the night phase once more. Audience, look at the faces of who we have left. We have Moth Mandy, who was about to attempt to take out Shy Danny. We have Shy Danny, who managed to use the last, she says at least, of her protection spells to save herself. And so she will get another chance to prove that she is or is not the werewolf. And of course we have, who else do we have? B. Cardi, who is not under suspicion in that last one as much as the others, but which was under suspicion earlier. So with that, everyone, go back to your homes, lock those doors.
I'm straight.
And with this, will the werewolf please tell me who they would like to take out? Okay. So to answer... Okay, I need to answer some things here at this stage of the game. So someone had just asked me something. Yes, you can. Someone else asked me something. Well, someone else said something. You need to say what you want to do specifically. So I might have to communicate with you here, because... 1 second. Right. And with this, 1 second, everyone, 1 second. There's a lot of activity. It's getting quite... okay. Interesting, interesting. Let's see what's going on here. Okay. So, everybody come on back. Everybody come on back. Watch out. There is a wolf about. I forgot to do the thing with the wolf. Trust me, there was a wolf out at night, audience. So this is a very confusing night. So there was a
Just a long con by you, isn't it, really?
By me?
Yeah. Don't lock your doors, lock your doors. Oh, I'll claim on the insurance. I knew it. I knew it.
Okay, 1 second, 1 second. Let's
Naughty
just check
list. Good done.
I just want to tell you, his brochure is phenomenal. It promises at least 5 murders and a werewolf. It's beautiful. And continental breakfast.
Okay, so with this, I can say, there's a dog.
Very good.
All dogs go to heaven. All dogs go to heaven.
That's right.
Right, so with this, I can reveal Moth Mandy. Well, you're still alive.
Sick.
B. You're still alive.
All right.
Which means, Shy Danny, you are also still alive. We have had an interesting night. We have had an interesting night. All of you are still alive. Perhaps the werewolf is scared and wants to get away at this late stage. There will still be a curse, though. And the curse is going to be on... Who is number 2? Miss Joy! Sparkle Toes, you have been cursed today. For the remainder of this day, every time you speak, your sentences are going to have to be said in reverse order. So, with this, we are going to have 2 minutes of open discussion on the clock, and then we're going to go straight into the vote. And here you go.
Miss Joy, I just want to say you can do no worse at this than you and Henderson actor.
Thanks.
You're welcome. B, what's up? How are you?
I'm good. I'm confused, completely confused about the rules now, and but yeah.
Me too.
Guess Shy Danny with all the potions, and I had a protection spell. You had a protection spell. Like, this is a bit confusing. But there's another dog on the screen. Let's just ignore that conversation. Hello, Peg's dog.
There are a lot. I think
Hello,
that when
Sally's
our
dog.
ghost friends go to heaven, they are reunited with their furry.
I know who the werewolf is. I know who the werewolf is.
Yeah,
Because
it's
Cardi-
you. Start crocheting a new.
Yeah, you.
About all my potions, and I took a potion last night and I stole it, and that's
Wow.
so it's how would B. Cardi know this? How would she know this?
I'm just guessing, love, because Wolfhausen said that you were stockpiling them. I don't know how many you can
No,
stockpile.
I was stockpiling
but
protection spells, not potions.
isn't that the same thing?
Different.
I just meant about the potions that stop you from dying. They're the same thing. So yeah,
Think same.
they're the same.
I'm just here for the
Thanks,
buffet,
Joy
the margaritas, and
Sparkles.
the murder.
Help.
Yeah, you are. Oh yeah, sorry, Joy. Oh yeah, Joy's got a curse on, hasn't she? What's Joy's
No,
curse
hold
again?
on. If I
Backwards speak.
Backwards
I
speak.
actually-
Speak
I
backwards.
actually stole Moth Mandy's potion, so does that mean since I stole it, does that mean she's a werewolf? Since I stole
How'd
her
you-
potion?
You can steal
Girl,
the
how'd you
werewolf's
steal it when I
potion,
already
yeah.
used it?
I can only steal a werewolf's potion, or I can
No,
steal
you
anyone's
can,
potion.
you can steal anyone's potion, even if they're a werewolf. So if you stole Moth Mandy's potion, even if she was a werewolf, then it doesn't matter, and she could, yeah. So, and if she tried to kill you or me, and we used our potion, then we're still alive, which explains why we're
And
still
that
alive.
is the end of this 2 minutes of open conversation. Villagers, I do want to say something slightly breaking the character here. I'm quite proud of you, because this round just here is literally, in my experience of about 2 months or 3 months of Revenge of the Werewolf, the first time where I feel like you have actually tried to figure out who the wolf is consistently
What?
the whole of the opportunity.
Wait,
to do
no!
so.
It's what
I
happens
just
when you
want to
get a
point
bunch
out
of us
that it's
together.
all
It was
female
discussing
cast.
the rules. It was trying to figure it out, who did what. It was great. But with that, we're going to go straight into the vote. So we're now in the situation again. Audience, it is voting time. Vote now and save us. Who do you think is the werewolf? Is it Moth Mandy? Is it Shy Danny? Or is it B. Cardi? Please vote now. So, B. Cardi, who do you think the werewolf is?
Still think it is the 14-40-year-old Shy Danny.
Okay, Shy Danny. Okay, Moth Mandy, who do you think is the werewolf?
I really think Shy Danny has what it takes to be a cryptid. I'm gonna go with Shy Danny.
Okay.
Girl, you are good.
And Shy Danny, who do you think is the werewolf?
It's B. Cardi because she knew I took the potion. She knew it.
You just had loads of potions, love.
Interesting stuff. So with this, audience, I will give you a few more seconds. Well, in fact, I forgot to see if there are any questions. We can ask questions, but we may have moved beyond the point of that. So let's
See what you and Henderson actor's going on about.
Well, he has got a comment since you mentioned. He says, can the
Oh, good.
audience curse someone? We haven't done that rule before. We might do it in the future. I quite like that
Can we
idea.
curse the audience?
You can curse the audience, definitely.
Can I curse you and
Approved.
Henderson, please?
Yes,
I
how
would like
you
to
like to
curse you and Henderson actor.
to do
Yeah.
what?
Speak in haiku.
He can only speak in haiku, as Cookie said, and
What
has
does
to
that
lose.
mean?
A haiku, Wolfhausen, is a poem by. 2, 5. Is it 7?
575. You will
575.
see. Yes.
I'll look. I will.
We
look
can
it
do a
up later.
haiku for you if you want Wolfhausen.
I would also like him to use the name of one marital aid in every haiku. I'm just kidding.
What's going on? Right. Anyway, so let's see what else we've got. There is less stealing.
Rules
of
we
potions.
make.
Right. Hang on. So
Taken
Elkie
over.
says there's less stealing of potions with an all-female werewolf. Very telling. Interesting. What's interesting
People good.
is perhaps they're less getting caught. Who knows? Things
We
can
are
still be
sneaky.
revealed later. Ewan
People
Henderson
good.
Actor says, if we can curse someone, I'd like to curse Cookie, only to be able to speak in the lyrics from Uptown Funk. Well, I'm not going to let that one stand. I like what you're going for there, but maybe another week, Ewan. Maybe another week. Sally Mae was reunited with her childhood puppy in heaven, says King Jester. SWAT Deeds. David, you didn't let out the wolf. I know I didn't. I didn't press the button.
Who's
Moth.
David?
I don't know. Right. Moth says... Oh, no, they don't. Ewan says, Moth, I will hold a grudge. B still has a protection spell, says Styles Clash. Interesting.
Do I?
Elkie says, Shy Danny, trying to act innocent like she doesn't know the rules. Very suspicious. And here come the votes, I think. B Cardi, Shy Danny. I hope the pets are taken care of when she's gone, says King Jester. Hugh says Moth Mandy, as she has no pain receptors. Shy Danny says Biddy. Sienna says
I like
Big.
this guy.
SWAT says, can't kill Shy Danny. She's got too many potions. Kill the bug. Janie says B Cardi. Ewan says Moth was drinking during the announcement of the death. A classic trick to hide her facial reactions. Mothy is the wolf.
I've been drinking this whole time, Ewan.
Princess says that Cardi woman. Mandy says... no, Sophie says Mandy. Elkie says 575. I still didn't quite understand it, but anyway. Mandy did it. Haiku. Right.
Bless you.
Maxine says Mandy did it. Ewan says, I feel I have been more abused as an audience member than even when I'm on the show.
You glad I invited you to watch this show now, baby?
Yeah, and then SWAT Deed says, join the club, Ewan. Right, so with that, how are the votes? B, do you have 4? Shy, you say you've got 2, and Mandy, you have got 5. So that means that there are 2 votes for Moth Mandy, and then we have 2 votes for Shy Danny. And how many do we have for B? 0, I think, actually, in fact. So, once again, we're in a repeat deja vu situation here. The dead will now vote, because we have a tie-break between Moth Mandy and Shy Danny. So, Cookie, who do you think it is?
Sticking with Shy Danny.
Okay, so that's a Shy Danny vote. Miss Joy Sparkletoes.
Me, it. Sorry. Mandy Moth.
Mandy Moth. Who do you think it is? Reverend Morgan Roberts, R.I.P.
So here's my thinking. Danny stole Mandy's potion, but she did not get caught officially, which means Mandy didn't use her potion, which means she was not in risk of being killed. Therefore, I say it is Mandy.
Okay, interesting deduction. Normanda Glace, R.I.P.
Well, I'm going to change tactic a little bit here, and I'm going to swat away the little moth that's around the light. So I'm going to vote for Moth Mandy too.
Interesting. Peggy.
I think that it's Moth Mandy. She's been hiding in plain sight this whole time. I thought she was just a trolling little moth, but she specifically came to this town for werewolves.
Interesting. And Sally, who do you think it is?
Well, I have been swayed, and I believe it is Moth Mandy.
So with that, Moth Mandy, you have the most votes against you. So, you will be executed. Shy Danny or B Cardi, who would like to do the honours this time?
I like Moth Mandy, so I'll let Shy Danny kill her. But, you know, is it...
I'm not killing.
Okay.
Oh, you're not
not
killing now.
killing myself.
I'll kill Moth Mandy then, because Shy Danny isn't killing.
Okay, so
yeah.
with this, everyone step to the side. Just B and Moth, please. Moth Mandy.
It's in the
So,
Pogo
once
Gnocchi
again,
situation.
you should know the rules by now. Whoever is the wolf needs to mark Ewan next for death. Says Alki. Right. Oh, poor Ewan. Subscribe to Ewan Henderson Actor on YouTube, guys.
Or don't.
Right. Or don't. Okay, so with this, odds or evens? Evens? I almost said Evans, Ewans, whatever's. Right. Odds or evens, B. Cardi?
Odds.
And it is a 2, so you do not get a bonus protection spell this time. Moth Mandy, you will have 30 seconds in which, during this time, you either need to use a protection spell if you have one available, or you need to grab an axe if you would like to, or you could just meet your maker. Make peace with your god. 30 seconds left. Begin.
I just want to point out that I came to this village on a singles sort of retreat. I was expecting to meet a very incompetent werewolf because I feel that is a good pairing for me. I have not yet met an incompetent werewolf, so I would like to grab an axe.
Okay, so with this, you have chosen to grab the last remaining axe. You will have a 1 in 8 chance of turning the axe back on your would-be attacker. Please now choose a number.
I'm going to choose 5, please.
5. It is a 4. So with that, you have failed to grab the axe and use it. So Bicardi, carry out the execution, please.
You were nice at one point. You asked how someone wanted to die. So how would you like to die?
Oh, I mean, dealer's choice, right? I'm sure you get that request all the time at the bar. I would recommend that you take video first, though, because you will be a millionaire if you get me on video.
Oh, okay. Well, I've got some drugs, so if I just give you the drugs and then just take those, take them all, you'll just fall asleep, you'll die quietly, it'll all be fine.
That sounds good to me. I'm all about it. Oh, look, Jesus.
And with that, okay, everyone come on back. Everyone come on back. Do not reveal quite yet if you're the werewolf, Moth Mandy. So, with this, I will now ask you, Moth Mandy, please reveal, are you the werewolf?
No, I am a Mothman creature. I cannot be a werewolf. You can't be 2 for 1 cryptid.
We're in the situation where either Bicardi, who just killed Moth Mandy, or Shy Danny, who was the other person you suspected just now, is the werewolf. One of them is the wolf. At this stage, it's always interesting if it ever comes down to the last 2 performers, the last 2 villagers, I should say, because one of them knows that they are the werewolf. The other one now also knows that they are the werewolf. So, with this, B or Danny, one of you is the wolf. Look at their faces, everyone. Think back to what they've been doing throughout this. We now need to work out who is the wolf. At this stage, everyone will get to ask one other person one question. So, Miss Joy Sparkletoes, who do you have a question for?
Backwards speak.
Oh, that's gone now. That's gone.
Good, thank Christ. Okay. I mean, thanks, Santa. So, I have a question for Shy Danny. Sorry. My question is, why have you killed all these people?
I didn't. I'm in shock. I realize it's Bicardi. Oh my goodness.
Okay, with that, Bicardi, do you have a question for someone?
And I just ask everyone how they think this is like, oh, it's B. Bacardi, I don't believe it. How can you believe that? Come on, every single time I've said it's Shy Danny and you haven't really voted for her, so come on.
Okay.
I just want to point out I have voted for Shy Danny a couple of times. I admire her work.
Was that a question for everyone, or was that rhetorical?
Everyone, Peg. You can answer it if you want, Peg.
Oh, I just think that you just seem so cold and heartless, and you just always are at the bar. I don't think a 24-hour bar is really an alibi.
That's what it's
and
called.
Alcoholics were the first to go.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's like my parents.
Moth Mandy from Beyond the Grave, do you have a question for someone?
Yeah, Shy Danny. So have you yet macrameed yourself, claw protectors, or say some sort of a wolfy hairbrush?
I'm not hairy.
Not right now, you aren't.
Hairy. I don't even have to shave. Do you want to see my legs? These legs never shave.
Ooh. Are you on
14-year-old for you.
I don't get it.
Okay, Normanda, do you have a question for someone?
Yes, I want to ask Shy Danny, why are you framing everybody else in the village?
Because I'm a teenager.
That's not a good enough excuse. We've all been teenagers before. It's not a good enough excuse.
Okay, Shy Danny.
I know who did it.
Shy Danny,
Yes.
who's your question for, please?
It's obviously towards B. Cardi. B, why don't you fess up?
Who says fess up anymore? You do. A 14-year-old who's technically 14.
Okay, Peggy, do you have a question?
Do. B. Cardi, do you like belly rubs?
No. I like a scratch behind the ear, though, like my 5 cats. And, you know, you can't be a werewolf and have cats.
I love cats.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. I love all
Okay, Cookie, do you have a question for someone?
Yeah. Faye, look at me. Look me in the eyes. How we used to look when we was kids and we was telling a secret and making a promise. Just let me, there we go. That's all I needed to know. Thank you, B. Thank you.
Interesting. Sally, do you have a question?
Yes, Shy Danny, if you are 14, can you please tell me your birth date, including the year?
Of course. I am January 2nd, 2005. 6.
Interesting.
I knew you had it in you.
Interesting question from Sally May, who earlier we learned thought the year was 1947 or something.
Blown her mind.
Yeah, she also thinks you're hot, so do you really want to argue with her, or?
Well,
You learn a lot in heaven. You learn a lot.
very true. So with that, Reverend Morgan Roberts, do you have a question?
It's difficult, isn't it? I have a question for Danny. Have you looked deep inside your own soul to really find out the truth of this matter? Because I gave you the benefit of the doubt earlier, and that has not been repaid. Well, it has, but in blood, and I don't appreciate that. I'm a fan of the New Testament, not the Old Testament.
I didn't do it. I have looked deep inside my soul. I like macrame. I love animals. I don't like to eat kibble. I never have. I don't smell of floral stuff or perfume or anything like that. I don't kill my sisters like someone else does.
Okay. So with this, let's go over to the audience section, see what they've got to say. See if there's.
Oh, hooray.
Right. So let's see.
What does Ewan say?
Yeah, what's Ewan up to?
Poor Ewan. Right. So SWAT
This
Deed
is the
says.
most action he's gotten in months. Sorry.
Interesting fact. Anyone born between 1981 and 1996 is considered a millennial. And anyone born from 1997 onwards is part of a new generation. So I'm not a millennial, huh? Anyway, moving on.
She's Gen Z.
Yeah. Right. Hugh says.
Prove that.
Hugh says, "Oh, whoops. Sorry, Moth Mandy." Elkie says, "Wow. There's 2 villagers left, and there's still 3 potions left." Well, I don't mind revealing at this stage is that some people got killed. They hadn't used their potion, and no one thought to steal from the dead. So what can I say? Which they could have done. Ewan
now
says,
you've told Shy Danny. She's like, oh, another potion. Oh, 3 more.
Okay, Shy Danny asks Ewan. Hang on. Ewan says, doesn't ask, in fact. Shy Danny was my very first suspicion, and I should have stuck with it. Do you have a response there, Shy Danny?
You're
Johnny, say it. Say it.
Shy Danny.
Jesus is real, but so is Cthulhu. Say it.
Santa will give you a pass on this one.
Okay, anyway, Assad says, question for B. Cardi. How does it feel to always have known that Shy Danny was the werewolf?
Pretty comfortable with knowing that, but I mean, you could have all killed her sooner than this. Like, seriously.
Interesting.
You're watching.
SWAT Deed says you have to kill Shy Danny 3 times because she has 3 potions. She's been using potions, SWAT. She's been using it. Right. Stephen W. Disbro says it's definitely Shy Danny. Hugh says, so Shy Danny are going through metamorphosis or puberty. Do you have a response, Shy Danny?
Duh.
Okay. And Elkie TV on YouTube says Shy Danny is the wolf. She's really a 30-year-old journalist in disguise and possibly has never been kissed. Ooh, burn there from Elkie.
I have been kissed. I kiss all the animals and they kiss me back. I'm loved.
Oh, so with this, that's all of that. Audience, it is now voting time. Oh, hang on. Ewan says, wait a minute. SWAT Deeds first says, in the screen I see 3 potions. The 3 potions, they're dead people. They didn't use their potions, SWAT Deeds. I can say that now. Ewan says, you lot are mean. That's what happens when... No, I'm not going to read that comment there. Let's not make it about any of that stuff, Ewan. I'm trying to help you here. Right, so...
Did he make it about misogyny? Did he make it about...
Oh.
All right, I'm buying a plane ticket. I'm going to go find my passport. I'm going to find a plane ticket, kick his ass.
All right. I'll be unsubscribing after this show.
That's damn right. You're down to 52 now, you.
This has been a really fun show, guys. I'll just be honest.
I wasn't
This is
a
great.
misogynistic.
So, we are now going to vote.
I just want
It is.
to let you know that I'm
girls do
available.
want to have
I'm
fun.
available.
Is that the song? I can't remember. Right.
Yeah.
So, it is voting time. Vote now and save us, audience. Who do you think is the werewolf? Now we're once again going to have a vote, and the dead absolutely will be able to vote as well here. So let's go round everyone. Moth Mandy, who do you think is the werewolf?
B. Cardi.
Sorry?
B. Cardi.
B. Cardi. Okay. Who do you think is the werewolf? B. Cardi.
Shy Danny, obviously.
Okay. Interesting, the pen stopped working at this stage. There we go. Right. Miss Joy Sparkletoes, who do you think is the werewolf?
That's me. I'm going to change my mind at last minute, and I'm going to say B. Cardi.
Okay, a vote for B. Cardi. Right, so next up, who do you think is the werewolf? Cookie.
I will never vote for my sister. I'm voting for Shy Danny again.
Okay, that's another vote for Shy Danny. Peggy, who do you think is the werewolf?
Oh, by everything in me, I think it's B. Cardi.
Okay, so Shy Danny, who do you think is the werewolf?
It's B. Cardi! It is B. Cardi!
Okay, Normanda, who do you think is the werewolf?
I think it's Shy Danny.
Okay, Reverend Morgan, who do you think is the werewolf?
I'm finding this a real severe moral dilemma. I'm looking at their faces. I think it's Shy Danny. I'm sorry.
Okay, and Sally May, who do you think is the werewolf?
I still believe it's B. Carter.
Okay, so with this, we will go over to the comments section, and let's scroll up, see what we've got here. We've got a vote for B. Cardi. Help me keep track of this, everyone. SWAT Deed says, I'm a new generation me. Not you guys. What? Ewan, don't be sexist, says Elkie. Styles Clash says Danny. B. Cardi. Ooh, something just moved behind me. That was quite scary. B. Cardi. Danny. B. Danny. This has got to be the greatest werewolf show ever, says Assad Khan. Well, thank you, Assad. It's been a very enjoyable one. Shy Danny says King Jester. Danny says Drake. Sienna says B. Cardi. Ewan says, I was only commenting on what I've witnessed. Please don't unsubscribe. Oh dear, Ewan.
Maybe unsubscribe from your outdated views of gender norms.
Okay.
Exactly.
Ewan, you dug a grave. Why would you do
Yep.
that? Right, so anyway, Janie says B. Cardi. Michael says Danny. Assad says losing cute points there, Ewan. Okay, guys, let's settle down. We're all friends here. Right.
Nah, he didn't lose Q points. He's good.
Right. Hugh says, Shy Danny, your time is up. B. Cardi, I can't kill the bug anymore, so Shy Danny says SWAT deeds. Ewan Henderson actor says Danny. Sophie J says B. Cardi. Assad says women can smell misogyny from a mile away. Ha 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 ha. Maxine says B. Cardi. Elkie says don't dish if you can't take. And Elkie says Shy Danny. That's where we're up to here. So, I have not kept track of this. Who's got the most votes?
Shy
Danny.
Got 10.
Which is a very interesting thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means it is a tie. So, I'm going to come back to... I'm still hearing noises behind me. It's freaking me out. I'm going to have to come back to our villagers. Who is going to change their vote? So, who is going to change their vote? This is like a courtroom. We have a hung jury, and we are going to have to figure this out.
Are we allowed to have an open discussion?
Mandy's going to change her mind.
Peggy, in fact, you're right. But before we do, we're going to have 30 seconds, because we should have done this earlier, and this may change an opinion. Shy Danny and B. Cardi, we're going to have a... Well, let's give you the full minute. A 1 minute scene between you two. So, Shy Danny and B. Cardi. Everyone else, please step aside. There will be 1 minute on the clock just for you two. One of you is the wolf, one of you isn't. Go.
Don't you feel sad about killing everyone? I'm the only villager left. Let me live. Let me live.
Like, you've got to be shitting me. Everyone thinks that it is me and it's you. Bloody, I'm 14. No, you're not 14. You're not 14. You're 40. I've seen you drinking behind the dumpsters with your rats and your... What is the hobby? What? Not decache. Like, what? Sticking things together to make animals. Oh, I got to make fake animals. When I'm a real animal, then I also got to make fake friends. No, what? No. It's you. Even over your squeaky little voice and like to talk to me.
You're making fun of my voice, and that hurts my feelings. I never made fun of your voice.
No, you just told me that like I killed everyone, which I didn't. You lied. Lies
I'm not a liar. I'm not a liar. I'm not a liar. I'm
You
not. I
are.
don't eat meat.
You are.
I don't eat meat.
Lies
And
are
also,
what?
by the way, it's the ones who are the poker face. You're a poker face. You know, I am begging for my life. You are just like, because you're the werewolf.
No, I just hate liars.
I'm not a liar.
You are a liar.
Wait, you hate liars, so you hate yourself.
No.
Okay. Once again, everyone come on back. Oh, I love it. There's so much oomph in this. So, you've had a chance. I will give you another minute. Everyone, you can have an open discussion. You were very correct there, Peggy. So, everyone, you get another minute, open discussion. Deliberate.
I'd like to point out that the psychic man of this town said that there were 3 potions and they were the ones of villagers, and which means that Shy Danny has been using her potions through the night.
Thank you, Peg. That's very true. I have been using my potions.
I pay attention. I went and hired. She passed her interview. I did a background check. We did a drug test. She's fine. She checked out.
She killed you. You wrote her in the will.
I didn't kill her. And also, I stole Moth Mandy's potion, and I'm fessing up. And B. Cardi knew I stole a potion. How would she know if she wasn't their werewolf?
Werewolf. You can still. The whole point is, if you steal a potion, though, you're caught stealing it. Is it not you're caught stealing it if someone's got it? If they don't have one. So technically, Shy Danny.
Shy Danny is missing a limb, if y'all will remember. That's all I will add to this conversation.
Peg is missing a limb.
No,
I'm
Peggy's
missing
a limb.
Yeah.
Peggy's missing a limb. Girl,
Yeah.
I am sorry. I did not mean to be ableist. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We didn't determine what limb it was, though. We just said a limb.
It's okay that Peg missed the limb.
It was my left arm. Thank you. I just wear a poncho to keep it hidden.
Nice.
Nothing to be ashamed of.
No,
You should wear a tank top, rocket
But
girl.
okay, but I am saying though that the whole potion situation is a very big red flag because a wolf wouldn't be using potions if they were killing.
I used a potion to save myself. I got another potion. I used that a minute ago to save myself. That's why all three of us survived.
Okay, that
That's
is
saving
time.
us.
Only the dead had potions though.
Okay, so let's now go to a revote. Audience, I'm going to... well, let's see what the audience have been saying during this. Stephen W. Disbro on Facebook said, definitely Danny. Assad says, David, you were hearing noises behind you because the werewolf is sneaking up behind you to take you out next, perhaps. Elkie says, Shy Danny is the wolf. Look, she's in the woods right now. Ewan Henderson actor, Ewan, says, my grudges from the show. Why? 1, Moth. 2, Danny. 3, Elkie. 4, Assad. Let's play nice in the comments, everyone. Elkie says, Ewan, my finger is on the unsubscribe button. Hugh says, David, that noise you hear is Ewan tunneling towards you for protection after digging himself a deep grave. Remove Elkie from the list. Okay, so... Oh, Ewan, you're going to have to sort out your own problems here. Right, SWAT Deed says, drug tests work on the werewolf curse. Peg, what? Don't understand that either. Elkie, Ewan, don't test me. I unsubscribed Peeps for breakfast. So glad that they're now engaged so much in the show that they're just caught up in their own battle. Right, Ewan says, you don't need to unsubscribe, Elkie. I've taken you off my grudge list. And SWAT Deed says, it's Shy Danny. So, we will only ask the audience to vote here if we cannot come to a decision. B. Cardi, who do you vote for?
Shy Danny.
Okay, so that's 1 for Shy Danny. Shy Danny, who do you vote for?
B. Cardi, she's the one.
Okay, Normanda, who do you vote for? You're muted.
I am. I was just trying to press the button. It's not often I'm muted, but I'm going to still go for Shy Danny.
Okay. Peggy, who do you go for?
Obviously, B. Cardi.
Okay. Sally, who do you think it is?
I believe it is B. Cardi.
Okay. Moth Mandy, who do you vote against?
I just want to say I'm a really big fan of your work, B. Cardi. B. Cardi.
So that's a vote for B. Cardi. Okay.
That's a vote for B. Cardi.
Cookie, who do you think it is?
Just like me mom used to always say, blood is thicker than gin, and I will never vote for my sister. Danny, it's you.
Okay, so that's a vote for Shy Danny. Miss Joy Sparkletoes, who do you vote for?
Me. I've not changed my mind. I still think it's B. Cardi.
Okay, there is a vote for B. Cardi. And Reverend, who do you vote for?
I have not been convinced to change my mind, so I'm sticking with Danny. I'm very sorry.
Okay, now with this, we have clearly had a change of votes somewhere because the voting has now gone 5. Well, in fact, I don't think we have. I just didn't ask the audience unless we needed to. So, with this, B. Cardi, you have been marked for death. At this stage, Shy Danny, you're going to have to carry out the deed. So, if there are protection spells, well, in fact, I suppose we still have to do this because it could still be reversed. Shy Danny, odds or evens?
Both. Even.
And it is odd, it is a number 1. So there is now going to be 30 seconds on the clock. B. Cardi, if you have a protection spell, you can protect yourself. There are no axes available. So, with this, 30 seconds, go.
Well, to get this started, I might as well ask if I've got a protection spell, because I'm pretty sure someone would have stolen it from me anyway. So can I protect myself?
You can. With
Then
that,
I'm gonna protect
everyone
myself.
come on back. Everyone come on back. So, what we are going to do now in this situation, audience, you can vote as well, and because it has reached this stage, we are going to count every vote. Audience, every vote you say will now count, and they will count equal to that of our villagers, because we still haven't been able to settle this. We will vote one more. In fact, I'm going to give each of you 15 seconds to state your case. B. Cardi, tell people why you are not the werewolf.
I'm not the werewolf because it's Shy Danny. How can you believe a 40-year-old woman that sounds like this, who's pretending she's been 14 and she can't shave her legs? And believe me, she is the werewolf.
Okay. Audience, do make sure you vote, remember. Shy Danny, 15 seconds on the clock. Why are you not the werewolf?
Because I'm not the werewolf, and I think someone who wants to make fun of someone's voice is definitely the wolf. I mean, think about it. I used all my protection spells. She knew she had a protection spell, but she pretended she didn't. She's definitely the wolf. She's the one who's always been like blank face. I've been so clear and honest with my whole entire life right here.
Okay, fair enough. And with that, we will end that, and we will go round everyone. Moth Mandy, once again, has this changed your opinion? Who do you think is the werewolf?
Go with B. Cardi, because I gotta pee.
Okay. Peggy.
A B Cardi.
Miss Joy Sparkletoes.
So I checked with Santa. He still agrees it's still B. Cardi.
Okay. Reverend.
I am going to say B. Cardi.
Okay. Sally.
Voting with Santa, B. Cardi.
Okay. Normanda.
Well, the tide has turned. Unfortunately, this lady that sold me all my alcohol, maybe she had something in it. B. Cardi.
Okay, that is another for B. Cardi. It's going unanimous. Cookie, how do you vote?
I'm still standing right next to my sister. I don't care. She's my blood.
Okay, so Danny, how do you vote?
B. Cardi, and your sister killed you.
Okay, and B. Cardi,
Stay
how
out of
do you
it.
vote? B. Cardi, how do you vote?
Shy Danny.
Okay, so with this, we will now count each of the audience's votes equal to our own. Let's just check when this would needed to have started. And here we go. We have a vote for B. Cardi. We have a vote for Shy Danny. We have another one for Shy Danny. Another for B. Cardi. Another for B. Cardi. And another for B. Cardi. Another here for Shy Danny. Then B. Cardi. Then Danny says Ewan Henderson actor. And then we have B. Cardi. It's Danny says Diz. Drake says it is B. And then Maxine says it is B. And with that, B, you have been marked for death. So we're now at the situation. We are going to have a public execution. Shy Danny, please take out B. Cardi.
Thank you. Ooh, B. Cardi, you deserve it.
You're going to go to hell for this.
How would you like to die? I have some rat poison.
Do whatever you like. I mean, you could make me watch a TikTok channel. That'll kill me with boredom.
Okay, you're gonna watch a TikTok channel, and I'm doing the TikToking.
And so with that, a late vote came through for Danny, but it made no difference. B, you have been killed. From beyond the grave, please reveal, are you the werewolf?
Damn right I am!
So with that, you have caught the werewolf.
Amazing.
Shy Danny, you have successfully survived. And this was an epic Revenge of the Werewolf. Well done, everyone. Well done indeed. Audience, put any final comments you've got into the comment section. We will wrap things up a bit quicker just because it's taken us a lot longer to catch the wolf here. So let's find out where you can find all of our wonderful performers, starting with Moth Mandy. Where can the people find you?
You can find me on my Facebook page, Brenna Judkins Improviser. I do several shows from there. And also this weekend, we have the World of Improv show with Team Don't Mess, where several people in this show currently are on that team. And we will be performing at, I believe, 4 p.m. GMT. Is that right, Laura?
5
Improviser?
5
p.m. GMT. 5 p.m. GMT on the World of Improv YouTube page.
Okay, Sally Mae, where can the people find you?
You can find me on Queen City Comedy. I'm there all the time, and I'll be in the World of Improv tomorrow, along with some of these fabulous folks.
Fantastic, thank you very much. You can use your... I always read what's on the screen, but thank you, Carla. Peggy, Shalita, where can the people find you?
You can definitely follow me. I'm Simple Plush Toy on all platforms. I'm also part of Improv Chattanooga. I also perform with Mining for Gold Comedy Jam, so you can check me out there.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, Normanda, where can we find you, Jen?
Hello, you can find me at all those places. Improvoky Improv with amazing Hannah Platts, that's probably one way behind me. And all those other places as well as appearing on Extreme Improv regularly. Thank you for having me. Yay!
Thank you, very welcome. Reverend Morgan Roberts, Hannah, where can we find you?
Hello. All the places that Jen just said, basically. And I'm on Twitter if you want to follow me at hplatts. And yeah, just look on Jen's screen because I do all the same as her.
Okay, fantastic. Miss Joy Sparkletoes, Fiona, where can we find you?
When I'm not being Santa's little helper and then getting killed straight away. Hooray, guys. You can find me on 2 podcasts. It's the What Am I Rolling podcast, which is a twice-monthly RPG one-shot podcast where we play stuff like Dungeons & Dragons, Starfinder, any Grant Howitt one-page one-shots. And there's also the DM's book club that's saying if you enjoy Dungeons & Dragons and you'd like to read more about it, that's the place for you. So that's What Am I Rolling and the DM's book club, available wherever you listen to podcasts.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. Where can we find you, Cookie? So, I can't spotlight you. 1 second. There we go.
I'm always so unprepared for this part. You can find me on Facebook. I'm tagged on Brenna's page a lot. We do an adorable little show together that's kind of like a visual podcast for funny and charming. And then on Sunday at like 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, I'm doing a global gab. Sorry, stumbled over that. Global gab with Carla and some lovely folks, and so that should be fun. That's like Queen City Improv's page, probably. Yeah.
Fabulous. Okay, so where can you find you, Laura Improviser, the Wolf? Laura, where can we find you?
Hey, Laura H. Improviser on Facebook and Instagram. I'm also a member of Improv Chattanooga, and at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is 1 a.m. our time, we're doing a show. Shalita and David are also members. They may be on that show. And as has already been said, tomorrow as part of World of Improv, 5 p.m. GMT, an all-female team are doing Don't Mess in our Zoom room improv show. Yeah, check it out.
Thank you very much. Our Soul Survivor, Shy Danny. Where can... Oh, again, I'm struggling to spotlight people. Where can we find you?
So I'm part of the Don't Mess. See, that's my real voice.
And yet, 14-year-old bullshit.
The Don't Mess Improv.
What's up, you guys?
I'm in the World of Improv, and then I'm gonna be I'm part of the Nursery Online House team, and then I'm in the Killer Kimchi troupe, and then I do stuff with Improv Theater, and then I do a bunch of storytelling stuff. So you can Facebook friend me at MKJ.
Oh dear. Right, very quickly for me. My name is David Pustansky. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter at David Pustansky, spelled Pustansky. You can also get a copy of the Extreme Improv Big Book of Improv Games from Amazon all the way around the world. It'd make a wonderful Christmas present for your improv friends. So do check that out. As some people will know, over the last day or two, I forget, it was yesterday, in fact, we announced that there's the first ever Extreme Improv board game called Improvise Your Way Out of This, which is going to be available very, very soon. I think you can actually order it now, but it might not ship out for a couple of weeks, so it might just miss Christmas. But we're in the winter months, lots of good times for board games. So do check that out from extremeimprov.co.uk. With that, I did say I'll announce some of the shows that we've got coming up. There is going to be a special The Werewolf Before Christmas coming up before Christmas. I'll tell you the exact date soon, because we also have lots of other Christmas themed shows, including some more redubbed movies, including one I will announce now is going to be a redubbed version of It's a Wonderful Life. So you check that. So with that, I want to thank everyone. This was truly a fantastic show. In the comments here, just loads of people says, well played everyone. I'm going to update my moth knowledge now. Great show everyone, says Ewan Henderson. Elkie TV on YouTube says, follow this gal, meaning follow at Elkie TV. And with this, Elkie says, I stepped away. Who was it? It was, of course, Laura. And there's a few other comments, but it's so late. Want to thank everyone. This was a fantastic show. Do check out Improv Chattanooga later and the World of Improv this weekend. From me, from everyone else, have a good one and watch out for werewolves and stay extremed. And we are going to be off the air.